Hey guys, welcome to Geekin and Drinkin. This is episode 16. I'm Steven.
Eddie. And I'm Matt.
And we're just here. As you can notice, we got some little additions here. We got some new stuff going on with Geekin and Drinkin. So it's, you notice that we're getting something more sexy.
A little more
not
shouting.
Yeah, not yelling no more. We got some new mics, guys.
We just got some new audio equipment that we're just so excited that we're just finally getting to use, and just I don't know about you guys. I'm just so stoked that we're using this stuff.
I've been looking forward to this all day. I mean, this is a new way for us to record our episodes. It's very exciting, very easy for us to capture the moment.
Sound a little bit more professional, I guess you could say.
Instead of us shouting from across the room.
Yeah, well, I mean, the show's going to be a little more geared towards audio podcast listeners. So with that being said, we will be back on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. So be on the lookout for that.
Be sure that you subscribe to those wherever you listen to your podcast shows or whatever you use for audio listening, I guess you can say.
And we're still going to be on YouTube. We're still recording our episodes, so if you're interested.
We're still going to have the visual part of it, the video.
Yeah, so you can, the people who are actually seeing the equipment, this is new. Nice sounding. We want not yelling in your face, so
we got a pretty exciting episode for you guys today, episode 16. I'm going to talk a little bit about Captain Marvel. We've all seen it. You guys have seen it, right?
Oh, yeah,
I've seen it. Opening night.
Whatever, guys.
Yeah, opening night. We saw opening night.
I was still able to see it opening weekend, okay? So I wasn't that far. You guys had to wait 2 days before you can even talk about it with me, but I still saw it.
Dude, I literally, when I got out of the movie, I just started taking down everything I wanted to say. And we have yet to talk in depth about this movie together, so you guys are gonna get the first conversation about that. Here in this show, we're gonna talk about it with each other.
And I wrote a slight review on my Twitter. If y'all guys didn't see that, for the most part,
Twitter. Who uses Twitter?
I did enjoy it, but I did have some things to say about it. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, but before we get to our review of Captain Marvel and amongst other things that we're going to be discussing here as well.
We got
a couple of we're featuring a different beer company.
Different beer company from Taylor, Texas, in that of Texas Beer Co. We got 2 beers for you today. Matthews and Steven are drinking the Pecos Amber Lager, which is the 2018 gold medal winner at the Great American Beer Festival. So applause for that. I'm over here drinking Loco Blonde. It's a yellow can, and I've had this one before actually, and it's real smooth. It's real delicious. Reminds me of a nice sunny day, which we've been having a couple more of those here in San Antonio. So,
except for next week. Next week it's gonna be back to rainy days.
But yeah, guys. Miserable. We got our Geekin and Drinkin koozies here, courtesy of Christian Segura from Crafting with a Smile. So thank you again, Christian.
Thank you for keeping our beers cold.
Yeah,
and
enjoyable,
and cozy.
Yeah,
koozies.
Koozy. I always thought that was a weird word. But are you guys ready to crack these open?
Oh, dude, I've been waiting.
For real.
All day.
Shut up and crack.
All day.
For the audio people listening
ting,
to
ting,
that
ting, ting.
nice
Cheers.
crisp crack.
I don't know about yours. Mine's a little icy.
Yeah, I had those in the freezer for about an hour. I've had this beer before, the blonde. Can't wait to try an amber, but this blonde is so smooth. It's delicious. It's about 5.1, alcohol
content
by volume. I believe that's what that stands for.
Yeah.
But, and the amber is a little bit more.
5.7.
So 2 good beers
Well,
from
also
one
5.6,
great brewery. Texas Beer Co. This is a shout out to you.
Matthew wishes it was 6 point something.
I believe
not IPA status.
Their IPA is the green can. I just love the design of their cans. Like they're just simple. Like it's just
Well-
it's a full colored can. Either have yellow, which is the blonde, the red, which is the amber, the green, which is the IPA.
And then me and
purple,
Matthew,
blue,
yeah, I was gonna say
stout.
me and Matthew had the stout.
last week or
Last
like
week.
yeah
It's
last
like
week.
a purplish color.
And then you also had their
their porters
the
in
porter.
a black can,
Mhm.
and then they have a like a light blue can, which is their pale ale, which I really want to try. So can't miss the cans. They're pretty cool. I mean, that's just something I like to recognize when I drink a beer is their cans. You know, I think Frito has some of the best cans in the game. I love their cans.
Frito.
Yeah, Frito Brewing Co.
Oh, okay.
Like I say,
I
I
was like,
shout
we're
out
not
to
drinking Frito though.
No. Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, just
Not that we don't like
just,
Frito.
just
We
a
love Frito, but
just kudos to their can game because
They really do have really unique
Yeah,
cans.
they really
you know,
do, yeah.
they go all out,
But like,
especially
then,
with
you
their.
know, they go all out. But then again, like I said, as simple
well,
as
they don't make their old cans anymore, and like they're from their original 4 lineup.
yeah.
And they used to sell the variety pack. So before they stopped making those original can logos, I bought a variety pack so that I could keep at least one of each of those. So at home, I have one of each of the original Freetail cans from the Bat Out of Hells, the original Amber, was it Rye Wit, and their Sold Out.
Sold Out,
which was the
exactly.
first ever craft beer I ever tasted in my life.
Oh, I forgot to tell you,
It changed my life forever.
I drank all those beers that you had saved.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. God damn.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It'd be the first.
Maybe that was why he mentioned they were missing that one day.
Yeah. But yeah, Texas Beer Co. Check them out, texasbeerco.com. Follow them on social media. Give them your love. Great beers. Try out the beers. You guys have a good week this week? I mean, it's for me, I've just been exhausted, guys. I've been pretty exhausted and working and you know, just kind of gearing up for this episode. I've been excited, you know, but it has been a long week for me. How about you guys?
For me, I've changed my hours at work, so I've been staying up later and going in a little later, but it still gets to me a little bit. But I'm hanging in there. I've just been more excited to get here, to play with these new toys that we got, man. I mean, that's what my wife calls it. They're toys. I'm like,
Toys.
well, you know.
You guys got toys?
Oh man.
But
You, Matt?
My week's been all right. Again, it's been exhausting. These have been my 2 days off for the week. Been relaxing, sleeping, except for today. I mean, today I woke up at 5 a.m. I've been up since then. Couldn't get back to sleep.
Dude,
No idea why, but it just
I've had
happens.
some car troubles recently, and oh my god, I mean, granted, I was gonna get my car serviced either way, but I had to do it a little bit earlier. So Monday, I was stuck at the shop from like 10 in the morning to like 6 p.m. all day. My phone died. I was grumpy.
Dang.
Yeah, I was grumpy, but my car got fixed, so it's all good.
Yeah, I remember that because I was messing with you, and you're like, "I'm not in the mood right now." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Dude,
whatever.
Okay,
It's like-
Eddie, bye.
I remember texting. I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm in a bad mood. Leave me alone.
If you hear me yawn, you know that's just because I've been up since like
better
forever,
not be yawning.
forever.
Yeah, you
day.
better
But
not be
if
yawning,
you hear me yawn, I'll yawn to the side so y'all won't hear me in the audio.
But anyways, you know, we're here and we're drinking beer, and I'm just so
You sounded
stoked,
so country right now.
so stoked,
Drinking
so
beer.
beer.
Drinking burr.
Hey, well, we're South Texas, man, whatever. Okay, but anyways, I'm so stoked because we just saw Captain Marvel. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I was a little skeptical on it, but only because, not because of any of the other bad publicity that people were just trying to give it and whatnot. But I was just a little skeptical on it because of the fact that this movie took place in later years from the events that are going on currently in the MCU.
Oh yeah. Take place in the
Other
90s.
than Captain America, the first Avenger, but
Yeah. Well, just give a quick disclaimer, fast heads up. We're gonna try to, you know, at least for the first half of this conversation, try to steer clear of any spoilers. But it may slip out, so just a heads up.
Yeah.
be careful of potential
Spoilers.
spoilers.
Potential and possible, for sure, spoilers.
I may for sure slip out a spoiler or two.
One I do want you to hold back on, but just kind of we'll touch on it just a little bit. Is about Nick Fury, and you know what I'm talking about, but I just kind of want to hold back on that one just a tad.
That
but-
was
Well, I mean,
that
I
was
said, like,
one of my issues with the
for
film.
the
in-
first
in
half of this
general.
conversation, it's gonna be just our general thoughts of the film. But we will dive into great detail stuff we did like, stuff we didn't like, and of course, like I said, it's gonna be all spoiler talk. I mean, there's no way, there's really not much, there's no way to talk about this movie in depth without spoiling it. So, but yeah, when the trailers first came out for this movie, I was like, okay, you know, it's another horror movie, cool. Wasn't too, I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't excited, but I was just like, all right, I mean, I'll go see it. It wasn't until about like a week before it came out, release, when like the early reaction started coming out and people started going into the premieres and other stuff. Was when I started getting a little more excited about it. I was like, oh man, like I want to see this movie. You know, it's you know, and coming out of it, I liked it. I wasn't blown away, but at the same time, I wasn't underwhelmed by it. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was an excellent take of an origin story without actually being an origin story by the book, like, oh, you know, like kind of like what every other origin story
Like
is.
what fully led up to it, like, you know, I don't have my powers yet, but then
Yeah.
you know, halfway through the movie,
Throughout the movie,
that's where I get my powers, and then my super villain comes out.
Yeah.
Well, and then throughout the movie, they do tell you how she got her powers.
Kind of,
But she had her powers from the start. From the
Yeah.
And that's
kind of like the first Spider-Man movie. You know, they do the field trip. He gets bitten by the spider. You know, they kind of show how he was like the nerd and whatnot.
okay. Back to that point, because Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire did that origin story. The Amazing Spider-Man did that origin story.
Yeah.
But Homecoming did not do that, and this is kind of what this movie did in a way. To me, at least, it was kind of that version of an origin story, which is, you know, because what I think this movie one thing lacks, and it's not like a big thing. It's just there's no gigantic arc for Carol Danvers. There's not so much like a huge arc, because, like Matthew said, and it's not a spoiler. In the beginning of the film, she starts out with her powers, and of course, at the end of the film, she has her powers. So right from the back, right from
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she
It's just kind of it.
she
It
does
does the in betweens of, you know, there's something she's trying to just flashbacks, I guess you could just say. That's pretty much, you know, what's going on. And, you know, they kind of played that in the trailers themselves too, because in the trailers they show, you know, that there was going to be some type of flashback of her, you know, because I remember in the trailers they show her as a kid.
Yeah.
And then
which I think
and then when she was training, you know, for the military and whatnot. So,
which I think was kind of some of the best stuff in the trailers, at least, you know, was showing her as a kid just always I get knocked down and I get up again, you know, Chumbawamba. But,
you know, speaking of which, I don't mean to cut you off, because one of my favorite things is the soundtrack, and I'm surprised they didn't play that song.
right, I just thought about that right now. I was like, isn't Chumbawamba a 90s song?
It really is.
That would have been real kind of like.
Well, okay, so I'm not too sure when that song came out. I mean, I know it was 90s. It may have been mid 90s, because this movie takes place in 1995. That's pretty much what they keep saying it takes place.
You know, about the whole music thing, people are so up in arms about it. Like, oh, because in the movie, Nirvana has a song that comes out in it, "Come As You Are," and people are like, that song didn't come out till so and so year or whatever. I'm just like, relax, like, calm down. It's fine.
It's not that.
It's not that serious. Yeah, it's not that serious.
It actually really, really set the tone for what was going on during that scene.
I think when that song came on, I was just like, because I mean, I'm not gonna paint the picture of the scene just yet, because I don't want to spoil it. But before the song came on, I don't know if you guys could hear it. Like, I kind of heard the little rumblings of like the kind of like the melody of the song. And when it started playing, I was like, yes, like, I just love the way it kicked in. It was so cool, because I love Nirvana, and I was just like, wow, like, I love that part. So I had no problem with the music. There was one kind of like out of place song, and it was from a band that you like, which is No Doubt. I like that they have a song in there, but it was just like, okay, cool, you know.
And of course,
I think the reason why the particular song that they put in from No Doubt is because of the fact that this is, and I'm not sure if this is where you were going to try to go at, but it's Captain Marvel. It's a female. It's a super heroine.
Female-driven movie.
So and then obviously with during the time of No Doubt, she was a front runner of a band. She just wasn't just solo artist. She was a front runner of a band. I mean, you had other front runners too. I mean, you had the Cranberries. Who else was there? Garbage.
And
bands
back
like
then,
that.
back then she wasn't married to Blake Sheldon, whatever his name is.
Yeah, yeah. She was actually dating and eventually married the singer from Bush. So, but other than that, I mean, I really did enjoy the music only because me growing up in the '90s, listening to all those music, all those songs was really good.
How old were you in the 90s? Like 25, 20, 26?
Dude, I'm not that old. Come on, man.
Got him.
Aren't you like 50?
Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm like 50.
You look young for 50. Got him.
No, I mean, but of course,
is-
from his music, there also was a lot of references to '90s movies, films.
God, I
of
think-
course, one big obvious one was part of a special cameo from a special someone.
Where are you getting at with this?
Yeah, what's going on?
Are you talking about?
Give a little bit more.
Yeah, give a little more clues. What you're talking about? Is this cameo a certain predator hunter? No.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I'm lost already.
Okay, well, in the trailer, we know that she lands on a Blockbuster video,
Yes.
and that she, not a spoiler, so calm down. She gets spooked or whatever, and she shoots a photon, whatever thing.
Photon blast.
Photon blast at a cutout from True Lies, and she shoots it's a cutout from
Yeah,
True Lies.
and she shoots out
Arnold's
Arnie.
head. So that's
Arnie.
what I thought you were talking about. But
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know a lot of more references in the movie than I have. But the ones I picked up on were like, oh, okay. Of course, not a spoiler, but it was a subtle nod to one of Samuel Jackson's early movies.
Early movies.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino film.
Well, it was actually a few subtle nods.
Yeah.
If you see him driving with Agent Coulson,
Mm-hmm.
how Agent Coulson kind of made some soft references to Pulp Fiction of John Travolta's line. And in another scene in the movie, another subtle reference, but
Okay, so how about this? Because we're just dying to talk about this movie. Let's give our overall thought of the movie, and then let's jump into spoilers.
So just a quick thing, real quick. And I'm not trying to call anybody out here, but we just got this new equipment, these new toys. So you're actually gonna need to speak into it for me to hear you. Just saying, for our audience.
and he's looking
Thoughts?
at Eddie, so I'm pretty sure. I mean, I had some
Trust me, I'm getting used to it.
some
Too.
flaws about the movie that I would like to talk about, and some of them kind of do go into spoiler territory.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give your overall thought of the movie.
It was enjoyable. To me, it was just another enjoyable Marvel movie. Action was on point.
Comedy
was on point, of course. The actors played them well. Brie Larson had really, really good fun playing this character, and you can see it. When it came to the trailers, she kind of looked like she was bland in her performance, but when I saw the movie, I was like, okay, that changed my mind completely. Like the first few scenes, I was like, okay, whatever. That mindset went out. But of course, there were other things that I wasn't too fond of inside the film that were, due to the villains, due to some other things that we'll talk about later during our spoiler talk. But that's pretty much. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a good Marvel movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Matt. It was very enjoyable. Again, me being an action junkie, the action was real good. The comedy was really good too. I mean, there was nothing too I guess, too revealing about the comedy. Like nothing too gross where where kids wouldn't get it because my son was laughing at everything too. Um, the soundtrack was, despite what people say about the soundtrack for me was good just because it just, I still listen to a lot of those songs. I still like it. I still love them. Just hearing them on the big screen was just even better. So yeah, I mean, and I understand where Matt's also getting back at about his flaws too. I have some things in mind. I'm sure me and him have like some of the same stuff, but yeah, overall this movie was great. It was fantastic. It was enjoyable. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest to go see it, for sure. Especially before you go see Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, for me, again, I liked the movie. It wasn't anything that wowed me to where I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. You need to see it. It was fine for what it was. I think Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson had excellent chemistry as far as being, buddy, kind of a buddy, like a buddy movie. Like their chemistry was back and forth was awesome. Ben Mendelsohn for me stole the movie. He was the best part of the movie, and I have, I could back that up. Go ahead. But I do think that this movie had the misfortune of being the movie that comes before Endgame, which is the movie everybody is waiting for. So for me, I find myself like just kind of like looking for any references or anything that like kind of hints at what's to come for the next movie. Other than that, it was a good movie, and I pretty much enjoyed it.
They did reference towards other MCU movies. I know one of them being that I had read was that they referenced Iron Man 2.
I know this beer guy is burping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's okay to burp in the mics, guys.
They
know.
Like, they know what's up.
Nah, but still. So what I was trying to get at is they did a reference to Iron Man 2. Obviously, you're like, well, how could they reference Iron Man 2? I guess, a potential spoiler, but the project that they were working on in the movie was mentioned in
Pegasus.
In Iron Man 2, which actually 3 projects were mentioned. I think 2 have already been answered, and they're still waiting on one more. What were those? I know one was Pegasus, one of them was Exodus, and I forgot what the third one was that's already been answered. But the only one that hasn't, the only project that because when Tony Stark in Iron Man 2 has all the shield files and everything, when he's trying to look for a cure for his arc in his chest, is the Exodus file. The Exodus project. He hasn't. They haven't mentioned anything about that one yet. But other than that, that's one of the references to one of the MCU films. Another reference is well, I don't know if you can say it was a reference, but 2 actors that reprised their characters.
Demon Hansu
and then Lee Pace came back and played their characters that they played. Or who are you talking about?
Talking about the guy from Guardians.
Yeah.
But, you said Lee Pace, and we'll get to it. Okay, for now
For
on,
anyway.
how about let's just say from now on, let's just go all spoilers. 'Cause we gave our thoughts, and I just want to get into the stuff that we want to get into detail. So let's get into detail.
But anyways, what I want to say though is that you're gonna recognize those 2 because they did come out in the first Guardian Galaxy movie.
Yeah, which I loved. I actually loved that. Like, I mean, I knew Lee Pace was coming out in this movie, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's in Guardians. Daewon Hansu. I don't know his character's name in the movie, but
yeah, I always forget what
it took me
is.
like not that it took me a while. It's just it snapped to me kind of like in the middle of the movie. I was like, oh wait, he's playing the same character that he played in Guardians. Like, that's cool.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Daemon Hansu, the Kree.
Oh,
he was part of Starfleet.
You mean Korath?
Korra. There you go. That's his name.
Korath.
Yeah.
Crap.
If I'm pronouncing it right.
But yeah, I was just like, because he's part of Starfleet. He's a Kree, and I was just like, oh, I was like, the whole time I was like, I watched him. I was just like, oh, like this guy's cool. Like I remember he came out in he's come out in Shazam. He came out in Aquaman. I was like, oh, he also came out in Guardians. Wait, this is his character in Guardians. I was like, oh, duh. Like, but yeah. So I like that connection. There was a lot of similarities between this and Guardians. I think, as far as like whenever like they visited planet, they kind of like the way they introduce it, like kind of the font at the bottom is the same way they did in Guardians. I got another.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I got another beer. I'm gonna try this amber.
It's really good. It's really, good.
really is tasty. I'm slowing my down.
2018 gold medal. Good.
Oh, definitely for
Yeah,
sure.
So spoiler guys, from now on, you've been warned many times. We are going to jump into spoilers, and I know Steven, I myself, and Matt have a list of things that we want to talk about, things that we love and things that we did not like at all. So let's jump into that. Matt, what's one thing that one thing that you didn't like in this movie?
So, one thing I didn't like, it was kind of a major thing, is let's see, was the Skrulls. Not that I didn't like their company, like their Sinisters, whatever they were doing, but how they, in the middle of the movie, pretty much revealed like, oh, we're not the bad guys. We're just trying to find a home.
Oh my god!
I was like,
You guys not like that?
It was touching. I get it, but
it ruined.
a fan of the comics.
I get it. Like I understand where you guys come from.
And that in the comics they're real sinister,
Yes.
and not sinister in the fact that they're like super evil. I mean they kind of portray them, kind of saying that they're not all there, but they know what they're doing as far as invasion wise.
And to me, I thought they were going to do a setup for a
invasion.
secret invasion.
Because aren't they
But
there is a possibility that there still could be, because
there is, but
there could be a few bad eggs.
of course that's what they said.
Well,
but
yeah, and
after-
then plus like I don't know if you guys noticed it. I kind of noticed it and was, thought about it, and then I read an article on it. Ben
Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn's daughter in the movie. They never mention her name, and another thing is in that one scene where he's disguised as a creep, because of course, and if you haven't seen the trailer yet, you have to know that the Skrulls, which were the green aliens in the trailer, are shapeshifters. He was disguised as a Kree in the movie and told his wife cover her eyes because he didn't want his daughter to see him killing the enemy. Mm-hmm. And she broke free of that and saw it and was just like, no reaction, no nothing, just there. So that kind of, like he said, bad seeds, or which one of y'all said? The bad seeds.
Okay.
So that could be a possibility to open up for secret invasion, which I know where, and that's exactly where I was saying. I know what you're going to say. That's something that he doesn't like, because I was.
It kind of ruined the potential for a secret invasion, but
and I see where you guys coming from, which is hard to argue my point. But I actually like that twist with the Skrulls. I thought it was. I didn't see it coming, and like I said, Ben Mendelsohn played that part very well, because you thinking that, oh, he's gonna, he wants the power source. He wants the power source. They get to the ship, and all he wants is his family, which is like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like I think that he didn't want which we find out the power source for the Lightspeed.
The Lightspeed engine.
Lightspeed engine
was the Tesseract itself,
and
which is very well. It makes sense, because at the end of Captain America: First Avenger, we see Howard Stark retrieving the Tesseract from the bottom of the ocean.
Yes,
where Cap crashed. So of course it's going to be in Shield custody. But how she got it, That's a big question right there.
I mean, she was probably working with Shield. That's
Maybe.
that's the only explanation that she was working with Shield.
Remember, Samuel L. Jackson did have Shield clearance in it, so that's where I just want to leave it at that right there. Yeah, so I mean, there was just a lot of stuff going on here. I was a little confused too with the Tesseract thing. I mean, I started thinking about it because
as far as the timeline, right?
Yeah, as far as the timeline, but it's just because I'm trying to think so much because that thing's been brought up even before. What was I thinking? It got brought up before Captain America.
Not that was the first time it got brought up. Because it was Captain America, First Avenger.
But see, but the reason why it gets me confused is because I'm trying to think of the timeline. I'm trying to think of the order the movies came out in, as opposed to the official timeline that of events that things happen. Yeah.
Order.
And what doesn't make sense is that if Shield would claim the Tesseract and at the end of the
Thor.
first Avenger,
No, at the end of Thor.
it was it. Was it?
Okay, so
No.
the first time we see the Tesseract. So this was the order that the movies came out in for the first phase. Was Iron Man, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, the first Avenger, then the Avengers. We first get introduced to the Tesseract at the end credits of Thor
Because Loki's
looking at it. And then
so where is that? Is that in Shield custody or is
that's in Shield custody because
he's disguised
because Nick. No, he's not disguised.
Oh, he's just hiding.
He's just hiding. But Nick Fury is showing it to the Professor.
Okay.
Then that's when Captain America, the first Avenger, comes out and
Which goes back into the
and then we see the full blown use of the Tesseract by the Red Skull and Hydra, and then that's when Loki gets it. Again, and he gets it from Shield custody because Shield does have it.
Yeah.
Oh, and to mention too, did y'all notice that where Project Pegasus was the first headquarters for Shield from the first Avengers movie?
in the mountain?
Yeah,
Or
the one that got sunk underground in Avengers.
I didn't really catch that.
Yeah.
I knew it was like in the desert in the mountain. I just
Yeah.
didn't really catch. I just didn't really make the oh, that's the same one.
Yeah, because they had the aircrafts there. They had the Quinjets.
Quinjets. Dude, I
So-
love the Quinjets.
Just in case y'all didn't notice that.
I didn't, honestly. Okay, so this is where it's starting to make sense to me. Because if the base was separate from Shield, because of course when Nick Fury says I'm director of Shield, it's like I need access to your files. They didn't know who he was.
No, he wasn't director yet. He's
No,
just
he
an
was-
agent.
he wasn't
like,
director.
like I'm an agent of Shield.
Yeah, he was
Like,
the agent.
But he's just like an agent. Like he's just like he's not at that level yet to be asking questions or anything like that. Kind of like Coulson. He's like a new.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
And of course,
But that's what I'm saying. They still give him access. It goes, Shield, blah 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 blah, and then they let him in, and then that's when they took him into the room, and they're like, okay, do you know the phrase welcoming committee?
Yeah.
And she's
welcome
like,
committee.
yeah. So
Okay, one thing I do want to bring up and the reason I want to bring it up is because I think it's a little confusing. Annette Bening, the actress who plays Marvel, we find out who is actually Marvel. She's a Kree.
what?
Okay, well, to go back, because this is why it confuses me. The movie starts off with Carol Danvers, and she's
And
talking.
Hala.
And
on Hala, yeah.
Yeah, on Hala.
The
And-
Kree planet.
yeah,
the Kree
and
home
she's
planet.
communicating with the Supreme Intelligence.
Which I was a little disappointed with that too.
Yeah, okay, and that's what I'm saying. And Jude Law's character even says the Supreme Intelligence takes form of
who you most admire.
yes, which we see is Annette Bening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is this lady? Who's in
And that's what, and even like when she had interviews before the movie came out, they were asking her who she was, and that's all she played off. That's what she was. That she was this AI character.
Yeah.
Because-
So we later find out that Annette Bening was Carol Danvers' we want to call it like a
colonel or
colonel,
general or something like that.
Commanding
General.
officer.
Yeah, commanding officer.
kind of like her mentor. And then we later find out that she's actually a Kree, Marvel,
Who was trying
who
to
was trying
save
to
the squirrels.
save the squirrels from her own
What?
race.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like she's Annette Bening's character is a good person. Marvel is a good guy,
A good Cree.
but she's also playing the Supreme Intelligence. At least Carol
Well,
Danvers.
to Carol Danvers,
Danvers.
when Carol Danvers
So
goes
that's what I'm
in-
saying. Like it's
into
a
the-
little confusing. Like you think, oh, wait, is she good? Is she bad? Because it's the same lady. For us,
her
I think we understand
real
what's going
life
on here.
self is
But
good.
to the general audience, do you think that might be a little confusing? I mean, do you guys get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I see where that gets
Like,
a little confusing
I
because
get
they're gonna
that
be
this-
like, well, she was talking to her in this
Yeah.
like room thing, and then now she was here in the
And then
in the jet plane.
Yeah,
with her,
yeah.
and it's like,
So
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that's one thing that was kind of like, I mean, okay, but I liked it. What's it called? Another thing that we talked about, Ronan.
so we're gonna switch it up on you now. We started off with the
you guys-
blonde.
yeah,
We started off with an amber. Now we're gonna start off.
have y'all
now
had
we're
the
gonna-
have y'all had the blonde yet?
Yeah, I've had the blonde.
You've had it. Oh, you tried last time you were here, right? Okay, because last time I only had two left, and me and you drank them. Matthew had to sit out that
I
round.
mean, actually, I think I took a sip of one of y'all's.
Yeah, I think he
When I was in the restroom, I knew you did it.
No, you offered me a sip.
Whoa.
Right.
Anyways, get back to Captain Marvel, guys. Come on.
But yeah, so, but I would be remorse if I didn't bring up, and of course we've talked about it. Ben Mendelsohn, his performance in the movie was probably one of the
He
best.
played a great.
And that's what I want to mention too. I love Ben Mendelsohn. If you don't know who he is,
He was, of course, the main villain in.
Rogue One,
Rogue
a
One.
Star Wars story,
He played one of the colonels.
and he was also the villain in Ready Player One,
He
And
was.
he also
yeah.
came out in Dark Knight Rises.
The
He
Dark Knight
did.
Rises.
Yeah. I
Bane
remember
killed him.
that.
Do you feel in charge?
Yeah, he was one of the gangsters that was trying to bring the crime back to Gotham.
But
I think
of
his name was
course,
Daggett.
Yeah.
Daggett, yeah.
Yeah.
Daggett.
But of course, Bane is like walk across the river and see if you make it. And
Right.
of course, he
Sinks.
sinks.
He's all, I paid you.
No.
It is-
No. Bane
No.
crushes him.
Yeah, no, Bane breaks his neck.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
The
No,
one that walks across the river is
His
his
assistant.
assistant.
Oh,
or his
yeah.
second hand.
I just love when he just puts his hand on me, goes his big ass hand. He's like, I paid
So-
he's like, I paid you a small fortune, and this gives you power over me.
So that's what I want to bring up too, because in a lot of movies that he comes out in, he plays the villain, and that's what everyone thought that he was going to play in Captain Marvel. You know, being the head scroll,
More or less, he does. But more or less, he.
but
Doesn't.
he
I
ends
mean, it's revealed that he's actually good.
yeah.
This was one of the also subtle nods to Pulp Fiction I was talking about, where he was
Drinking the cup.
drinking a cup.
And
It
it's
had
sick.
the same type of pattern and pattern scheme as the cup that
Samuel
Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson was drinking in Pulp Fiction
Yeah.
during that one scene. And I hope y'all know what I'm talking about.
And if
don't-
you have not seen Pulp Fiction, shame on you.
All right, go
Shame
watch
on
Pulp
you. Go
Fiction.
watch that movie.
But yeah, no, Ben Mendelsohn was great standout in the movie. Even him in the Creed makeup was great.
You mean Squirrel?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Scroll.
And I'm glad they went practical.
I
for
think
the
that Amber's
scrolls.
getting to you.
I'm really glad.
Scroll, Creed.
I'm glad they went practical with the
Rocket
scrolls.
Raccoon. God.
Because the scroll makeup did look great.
Well, here's one thing. Here's
For the most part.
Here's one thing. Here's another thing, because I know me and you have our issues of it, and one of the main ones is being the scrolls, and because of the potential secret invasion. Because that's what when everyone noticed, when everyone saw that the scrolls were going to be in Captain Marvel, everyone's like, okay, secret invasion.
Yes.
Everyone was excited. So that's our issue with it. What is your issue with
With-
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Yes.
My issue. Oh God, I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at. I was like, wait. Now I know what you're getting at. Okay. You guys remember this nice little film, great film, Captain America: Winter Soldier?
Yes.
In that,
I don't. I've never seen it.
this famous line, Samuel Jackson tells Captain America.
No, he doesn't tell Captain America. He tells
He tells Captain America.
Is it Captain America? I thought he tells
He tells Captain America.
I thought he tells Robert Redford's character.
He tells Captain America.
Oh, I gotta watch it again. Anyways, go for it.
He says, and I quote, in the non-Samuel Jackson voice, "Last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye."
I thought that was.
And so this movie comes out. Young Samuel Jackson.
Young
Samuel Jackson.
I know we've been giving out spoilers, but I do not want to give this spoiler out. Just kind of.
But it's kind of hard to.
Okay. So referencing to that line from Winter Soldier, Captain America: Winter Soldier, keep that in mind. There is a particular character, and I say character, in Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, that Samuel Jackson, that young Nick Fury trusts.
And yes, he does say it. I trust you, not to kill me, or not to something,
not to hurt me or something like that.
And it's just like, but the way it happened, I was just like,
that was also one of my issues.
I was like, really?
That's the only one thing I don't want to spoil for people that haven't seen it
that?
yet. Is I want them to go see that to see how they feel about it, because when I went to go watch it, and when Ernest asked who I went to go watch it with Ernest, which I want to give a shout out to Ernest. Congratulations on your engagement.
To me.
He was like, "Is that how it really happened?" I'm like, "Nah, that's not how it happened." And sure enough, that's how it happened. So
the whole time I was just like, "Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen.
It
Don't let it happen."
It's like he was so
Okay, it happened.
He was so attached to this
his
character, and then he's like, "That happened." I was like, "Really?" Like,
And it was. The thing is, it's not that it happened. It's that it just happened, and it wasn't that. Like, it wasn't even like. I don't want to say brutal because it's a Marvel movie, and I don't want it to be like, oh, like,
goddamn,
like all like like gore.
Flurgan.
No. It was just like,
wow.
yeah. I can't say anything else about
that was
it.
because I was like, you build up that whole suspense from some Winter Soldier saying like, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye,
Dude, like.
and
Okay.
then that I saw that, I was like,
But at the
That's how that
at the
happened?
same time, I'm just like, yes, because that is such a Marvel thing.
Slap everybody in the face. Damn it. That's such a Disney thing to do.
But
It really
one
is.
thing
Really
one
was.
thing I want to bring up, and I want y'all to agree with me, and I know you guys are gonna agree with me.
I'm gonna disagree with you now.
The opening, so every Marvel movie has that opening sequence.
Oh yeah, the
Marvel Studio, and the song comes on.
the little flip pages, and you see all the Marvel characters
Yes.
from the MCU, DC.
Did you guys get a little teary eyed with it?
I was just like, oh, okay, like this is sweet. It was
yeah,
So
It-
as we know, last year we lost Stanley, the man, and Captain Marvel just
gave him
the best
best tribute.
tribute,
Not only
and
with his cameo, but also the very, very, very beginning, the opening,
sequence of where it says Marvel Studio.
and instead of every MCU character, it was every
Stanley's
Cameo.
in
It
MCU.
said Marvel. It went away and it said, "Thank you, Stan."
I don't know how it was when you guys went to go see it, but I know when we went to go see it, the crowd cheered loud, so loud.
With
Well,
me, I didn't get that reaction.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
when I was in the theater, I mean, people were laughing, but we weren't clapping, celebrating the
It
way
was more-
I experienced in most Marvel movies.
No. That's why I said for me,
Well,
I
see,
got,
thing-
that's why I got teary eyed because, and when I went to go see it in the theater, everyone clapped, cheered, whistled. You know the cheering whistle. Like
Yeah.
it was so amazing. Even my son was just like yes, and clapping because he knew that he passed away too. He goes, he's the
Well-
one that passed away, right?
I saw it with a small crowd, and there was a reaction just like, "Aw," because there was a lot of.
Well,
Same. That
well,
was
well, when it started doing the flipping of the different
It was, cheering?
the different cameos, everyone did the oh, and then when it said Marvel Studio, that's when everyone clapped when they said thank you, Stan Lee.
Dude, that was sweet. That was sweet.
you're gonna get me teary eyed right now.
No, but even more sweeter, the actual cameo in the movie.
In the movie, oh.
Dude.
When I saw that, I was like,
Yeah, no, I remember he texted us after he saw it before I did.
Because he saw it before us. He was the
And-
first one to
yeah,
see it.
and he texted us. He goes, "You guys are gonna love the Stan Lee cameo." So when the first credit thing came up, I
See,
was
and,
like,
the thing was too, I thought he meant the
That,
that
yeah.
that
I was like,
beginning. I was like,
cool.
oh,
No.
that is cool.
I
That
do
is
like
cool.
this. He was
that
right.
was cool.
Matthew is indeed right. I do like this.
Yeah.
But no,
But no, we get the cameo, and Matthew knows, and me and Steven, and Matthew does too, I'm pretty sure, love Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone talks so much crap about him. I mean, he
well, his movies he came out with recently. I mean,
Yeah, okay,
I've seen
yeah.
Tusk.
well, I mean, he's done a lot of other movies other than like what
Tusk is
made
pretty
him.
bad.
I mean, he even did
Tusk, Red State.
No, but what's the other one with Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis? Cop Out.
Cop Out, yeah.
And that was bad. But but besides that, I mean, what I loved about Kevin Smith is always the Jay and Silent Bob stuff and everything that referenced around it. One of my favorite movies that was part of the cameo was Mallrats.
Oh, dude. That's probably like the OG cameo of Stan Lee and like
Mhm.
cameos because it was before any MCU movies. It was before any Marvel movies.
Was that his first cameo ever? Right?
I want to say yes. Because
What gets me upset from a lot of these fanboys
yeah,
is
and-
that
is this
they-
canon now?
they were just talking shit about it. It's because they're like, well, in all the other cameos that he's doing, he's not playing himself.
He's playing a fictional character.
yeah, and this one he's playing himself. So
He's playing himself, reading a script where he
yeah.
references his comics. It's like,
yeah, this is like
relax. It's a
subtle
it's a nod
because
to-
one Captain Marvel took place in the 90s.
Yes,
Mallrats came out in the 90s,
which is a great movie.
yeah.
They do a nod to Kevin Smith, who does nothing but praise these movies.
And I heard when he saw the cameo, he
he cried,
balled out.
He posted pictures.
He cried.
Let me have the amber.
Like
It's good. It's
he
really
was
good.
so touched by the cameo
Yeah.
that he posted pictures of him like teary eyed. He was speechless.
No, it was good. It was. I think it was really good. What's it called? I love. I
liked it. It was really good.
when I saw
Again,
it was
that was one of my favorite movies. One of the first
I think it's probably my
Kevin
favorite
Smith
Kevin Smith
movies
Yes.
I've ever seen.
dude. How funny is the part with the and this is a reference to Mallrats. When and every time I think about it, I think of you in Mallrats when Brody's walking and he turns around, he hits the ladder and he falls. What the hell is that? What's going on here?
Because what's funny about it is that he's talking to his friend and he's like, you gotta look forward and before he knocks you on the ass or something like that. I can't remember the exact line. And as soon as he turns around, he gets whacked by a ladder. And then like his friend tells him, goes, wow, maybe you should take your own advice. And he just
just pops up.
pops up like Undertaker style, like what the hell was that?
What's going on here? And it's so funny, dude.
And then I like too that in that same scene in Mallrats, he's like, the friend's like, well, let's go ask one of the workers. He goes, no. There's a soul over there that looks like he knows what's going on.
Ethan somebody, right? You're just staring at the painting.
At those paintings back then
It's a sailboat.
where you can see where it was like you had to like I can't really describe it.
Optical illusion.
Yeah, it was optical. Yeah, but oh man, I mean,
Gonna see the goddamn sailboat.
But see, I mean that just proves how much we love Mallrats.
I want to say though, I want to really say maybe this is probably like Matt said. We were gonna love this cameo. I want to say this is probably the best cameo I've seen from the MCU with Stan Lee that I really love.
It's either this one or from I think it's Spider-Man 2 where he goes to Tobey Maguire.
No.
And is this 1 or 2?
No. I'm gonna say no. I want to say another one that I like that you haven't seen yet.
Oh, okay. Well, don't take because I haven't seen it.
No, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna tell you that's another one that I love too.
I heard that makes people cry.
That one. Oh, God.
Well,
yes.
His cameo in Spider-Man PS4 was pretty.
Yes, dude. I've seen that one.
The one that nobody knows about, or very, very few people know about, is his cameo at the end credits of Big Hero 6.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites. Because nobody knew that Big Hero 6 was part of the Marvel comics, but it was its own kind of like story thing.
But like Marvel just published
but
it.
Marvel it was published by Marvel, and so that's what made me want to go see it when it first came out. I was like, oh, I want to go see this because this is published by Marvel, but it's a Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, Pixar movie. This is a Disney.
Well, Disney. No, it's Disney Pixar.
It's a Disney animated movie.
Well, Disney animated movie.
Not
Anyways.
Okay, Matthew.
Anyways, you want to get in Pacifics. Anyways, it was a Disney animated movie that nobody knew that was a Marvel published, based off of a Marvel published comic. And we stayed to the very end for the end credits, and sure enough, Stan Lee makes his cameo in it. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, yes. So that was another amazing one.
Yeah.
So Captain Marvel, good. Stan Lee cameo, even better.
But of course.
Okay. There's two in credit scenes. This is
The first one's important.
Okay, yeah. First one's important. We'll get to that one. The second one is just for comedic purposes. It's just
it's kind of like
it's just
what was one that did the same thing?
It's nothing.
It's
really,
Ant-Man.
With the stupid ant playing drums.
Where the stupid ant was playing drums. You had the first in credit scene that was important because Janet, Hope, and this
is Ant-Man and the Wasp we're talking about.
Yeah, Hangman and the Wasp, where Janet, Hope, and Hank disappear because of the snap. They get dusted. And then at the very end, there's another end credit, which is like
the ant.
The big ant,
and it's
pretty much drums.
I can imagine like the people's reaction from waiting all the credits just to see that. It's the same thing as this one. You get the first credit scene, which is awesome, and then you wait to the whole credits, and it's just Chewie, the cat.
Goose. You know what one of my favorite credit scenes is?
What?
The very last one at from Spider-Man: Homecoming, when Captain America comes out.
He's like, do you just look like?
Oh, he's doing like the PSA or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, we mentioned it before. He's patience is a virtue. You know, good. You know, those who have patience.
He's just poking the
because everyone wants to know because that's right around when
it was kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, because it's like what was it, 1 or 2 movies before Infinity War came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was that, Ragnarok, and then that was
it was 2 movies: Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah. So Thor came out at the end at later that year, and then Black Panther came out.
Disney.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. That's what I love. That's why I hate what I love about MCU is that they do that,
and they know it. They know it.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Feige, you bastard. But guys, the first in credit scene, my question is, okay, let's paint the picture. It shows Steve Rogers.
Okay. Well, first, let's paint another picture.
Two pictures.
The last end credit scene, or the only end credit scene, right, for Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Is,
Which we've all seen.
It's Maria Hill and Nick Fury driving, and they're like, okay, what's going on? Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Everyone gets dusted, and he has
The pager.
He has his pager, and he gets dusted, and it falls, and then it shows the symbol of Captain Marvel. So obviously that was the hint of saying that Captain Marvel's gonna be the
Captain
next
Marvel's
one.
coming.
It's coming. So paint the second picture.
Which is
We've
all seen the first
the Avengers
the
that are
first trailers for the
Avengers-
Avengers where they're grieving the loss of everybody.
yeah, and the Avengers
So-
that haven't gotten
Yep.
dusted,
Which is Captain America, Black Widow,
Don
Bruce Banner,
Don Cheadle, which is
Rhodey.
War Machine,
Rhodey,
War Machine, War Machine,
Rhodey.
Bruce
course.
Banner.
Bruce
Bruce
Banner.
Banner.
That's it. Because Ant-Man's not there.
Ant-Man wasn't there yet because he doesn't
okay,
get
so
introduced
it shows
to the movie.
it shows Captain America and Black Widow. They're looking at just the devastation of different continents.
And of course, this was after
after
Infinity War. Like,
so
you
they're
can
looking
tell.
at like all the missing, all the lost of those
and it's
countries.
counting down
And
all
it's
the
counting.
people lost.
She says, "Oh no," he says, "Like this is like a nightmare." She goes, "No, I've had worse nightmares," or something like that.
I want to know if that's referencing back to Age of Ultron, when Scarlet Witch made them see when she did the little thing to them, and she went back to her, to how she became Black Widow.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh yeah. Good. I see what you're getting at. So then we see Rhodes. He comes in. Every time I say Rhodes, I want to say Cody Rhodes. That's a wrestler.
Cody Rhodes.
But we see Rhodes, which is War Machine. He comes in. He goes, "Hey, that thing just stopped," and it's the beeper. Somehow, which I want to know how they had the beeper. Last time we saw the beeper, Samuel Jackson had it.
yeah, that's what I'm
Was
saying.
in
It
a random spot. Like,
Yeah, just in the city.
in the city.
So they have it, and they have it connected. And they're just like, oh, is it still getting power? Is it connected?
and then it loses power.
It loses power. They're like, okay, we'll just reboot it. And then so, at this point, we have Steve Rogers, Black Widow, Rhodes, and Bruce Banner there, and they say just reboot it. Then we get Black Widow says, notify me as soon as you get a signal.
Yeah, because the other three are like, do we even know what this is? Do we even know?
like what are we looking at here?
And
what
then
are we doing?
she's like,
yeah.
And
well,
she goes,
Nick Fury knew what it was.
Yeah, Nick
and,
Fury-
and
and-
if he knew what it was, obviously it was important.
yeah, so let me know as soon as you get a signal because I want to know who's on the other side of that
Yeah.
of that signal.
And then they're like, do we want to know?
And then so she turns around
And of course,
and who's there? And long-haired, looks like she's been through some
stuff.
yeah, Captain Marvel. And all she says is, "Where's Fury?"
Where's Fury at?
Boom! It cuts off, and it's like, yes, like she's here. Yes, it's so awesome. I've seen that end credit scene about 5 times already. I thought it was cool because even then like when the end credit scene comes in, it has the same dum dum like the music from Infinity War. So I thought it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. So I absolutely love the end credit scene. I mean, it just kind of it. I mean, of course we know Captain Marvel is going to be in the new
Avengers
in game.
In game.
So I was just like, wow, that's awesome. Which one do you want? You want Amber
I'm
or
getting
Blonde?
Amber. Because I freaking love this Amber.
It's good, right?
Both of them are really good.
Yeah.
Again, we are enjoying
Texas Beer Company.
Yeah, we got some couple cans
Company.
right here.
We got the local blonde lager, and we also got the Pico's
Pico.
Amber Lager.
Pecos, Amber.
Pecos.
Sorry,
But either one of them are very delicious. So if you
Dude,
see these in your store, I suggest you get them. They're really good.
I need
really
to find
tasty.
that pale ale because that
We need to get the pale
I love pale
ale,
ales.
and we need to get the
IPA. Which I have
we had
seen
the
them.
IPA. I just
Which thank
because
you
I
very
know
much.
Steven doesn't like IPA.
Well, no, that's what I was about to say. Thank you very much, guys. You're freaking opening my palate, and I mean I don't mean to throw that.
One
F-bomb
thing,
in
one
there.
beer, one type of beer that we have to feature on the show, which we've never done, is a stout and a porter.
That is
Well,
true.
they have a really good stout.
They do have a really good stout, and
It
we
just-
tried it. Me and Steven have.
It's
The way I feel about IPAs is how you feel about stouts.
thing is
And
like
you got to do it because I did it for the team. Now you got to do it.
The way he didn't like the aftertaste for the IPA is the way you feel like about aftertaste about a stout. But he changed his mind, so it's
Yeah.
time for you to change your mind
shut up,
too.
Matthew. No one's talking to you.
But anyway, so the end credits of Captain Marvel is what leads us into our next topic. Still
Which-
keeping within the MCU.
we
Which
just got
we just recently got the second official
Trailer.
trailer
To,
for Avengers Endgame.
oh my god.
see. The thing is, I would call it the first full length trailer, and the
Full length second official. Because it's not a teaser.
yeah, because the first I think the first two were teasers.
And of course, it went in the same order. I'm saw it first. Eddie saw it, and then Steven saw it.
This
whatever.
fool.
No
This fool.
No one cares.
I woke up at 5 in the morning because that's what I do.
All right,
No, he doesn't.
that's not what I do. I just
For real,
happen
he
to
really.
wake
I
up.
was gonna say he really doesn't.
I just happened to wake up at 5 a.m. this
he was
time.
just he was
Why?
just he was just ready to talk on the microphones and drink some beer.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, guys, we got this 2.5 minute long trailer for
Which I got notes on.
Avengers.
And of-
You got notes on the trailer,
of
but not
course-
Captain Marvel.
It still doesn't show much. And I mean, it shows additional scenes that we haven't seen before, but of course, they're just glimpses of it.
The one thing, okay,
It doesn't go into full detail on what those scenes are.
one thing, and we'll get to your notes, but top of your head, the one thing that stood out, go. Top of your head, first thing that stood out to you in the trailer, the best thing you're like, oh yes.
Best thing or the one thing that stood out? Because the one thing that stood out was Hawkeye's haircut.
Oh
Got
my
him.
God, dude, you're just like Mr. Sunday movies. He's just like that haircut. Let's talk about that haircut.
Well, I kind of dug it, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it just really stood out.
Oh my
The one thing
God.
that stood out for me was War Machine and Rocket in his, of course, classic comic book costume. in
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie.
Yes.
One thing that stood out for me was Tony Stark walking in line with Captain America. So he's
With the team.
with the team. So he's back
With
on
the
Earth,
team.
and we know that he's probably patched things up with Captain America. Or at least for the meantime, they're a team again. We got our original Avengers back. When I saw that part, dude, I kid you not, I was dropping off my son this morning after work. So I dropped him off at his uncle's house, and I went back to my car. I watched the trailer, and at that part where they showed Tony Stark walking with them, I was just like, oh, like I yelled out in my car because I
Plus-
was that excited.
Nebula
I think the
in that
most
team.
I think the most exciting I've ever gotten in a trailer was when I saw Spider-Man in Civil War.
Yeah, for sure.
But going back to the Avengers Endgame trailer, the one thing that stood out for me that I was just like, not really like, but that got me, like, I guess sentimental. I don't know. I'm just so depressed. I'm so emo right now, man. I'm just so emo. I've been listening to a lot of My Chemical Romance lately.
Listen to that
I was
dashboard
actually
professional.
listening to my Chemical Romance on my way
with
over
the
here.
flashbacks, and one in
Yes.
particular though. One in particular.
Let me guess.
Captain America?
No.
Iron Man.
Vision?
Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes?
Oh no, it's his daughter,
His family.
his family.
Because they show him with his daughter
But in
in
the
the
background, you see
trailer,
the
but in the
family.
background you see the family like they're in a picnic,
And
and,
then
he doesn't have the haircut yet.
Yes.
And rather that, they show him in Tokyo as Ronin, being confronted by Black Widow, Blonde Widow.
And of course, you see his face, and it's like he's just in
And that's
pain.
and that's another thing. Again, I got notes on this
I took notes today.
that I want y'all to tell me your thoughts on it. Again, so let's start off. Trailer came out 2.5 minutes. Amazing trailer. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you
Gets you
again,
pumped.
if you have not seen this, spoilers. Okay, spoilers for a 2.5 minute
Spoilers
trailer.
for a trailer. So shame
Okay.
on you. It's freaking internet.
Yeah, you can get that anywhere. Come on,
Yeah.
you can get it on your phone.
any time of the day.
I'm watching
So-
it right now.
Anyways, it starts off flashbacks. Y'all mentioned Iron Man and Captain America. So yes, it goes back to and there's also a Thor flashback too.
Yeah.
So it goes back to 3 of the original
Avengers.
Avengers. We had Iron Man where he had the Mach 1 suit from the cave. Then you had then shows Captain America before he had his powers.
When he looked like skinny.
Yeah, super skinny. And then you had Thor where he was
We have blonde eyebrows.
When he was when he was just becoming Thor, when he became king of Asgard,
Before he even became king of Asgard, he didn't even know what being a true king meant.
being a true hero meant.
So,
Like I said,
or being a
blonde
true hero.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
That says it all.
So, how did you guys feel about that? You know,
I liked it. I thought it honestly it's a great way for them to fill a trailer without showing us a lot of stuff.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
It was a great way for them to be like, yeah, we're gonna make a 2.5 trailer. But like a minute of that trailer is gonna be flashbacks of stuff you've already seen.
And of course, I mean,
and that color scheme they had, black and white with the red highlighted, was amazing.
oh yeah, I love that.
I don't know why they chose red. Is that any insignificance? Does red mean something?
Marvel, right?
Blood, there will be blood.
So violent over here.
So then going back to flashbacks, we did get one that wasn't from an original from a MCU movie, the one that I liked, Hawkeye. We see Hawkeye with his family. Of course, from the first trailers, we see Hawkeye. He's got a sword. He's in a different outfit. That's
He's Ronin.
That's obviously that he's been Ronin from the Marvel comics. But so we see him there. He's happy. He's got a big old smile. He's there with his
Got
family.
his daughter
with his-
who shoots in bullseye just like he does.
Yeah.
And
So
he's so proud.
He's so proud
that
of
was
his daughter.
that was just so touching. And then it jumps into where, he's Ronin. He because he lost something. So obviously,
So
obviously, this is kind of hinting that
His family's
his
lost.
family.
his family got dusted.
The part that got me, it wasn't so much his face, it was Black Widow's face.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has a tear in her eye. And she's just like, she knows.
Was it a tear or was it a raindrop?
Or was it a Ronin?
Well, she had an umbrella.
Was it a Ronin
Yeah, but
noodles?
umbrellas don't very.
Was
do
it a
anything.
Ronin noodles? A Ronin ramen noodles? Sorry.
So okay, so then now in speaking with so here's 2 things. Is this going to be a time traveling movie, or are we getting an intergalactic movie? What is it going to be more of?
We could be getting both.
Because in one scene we see them wearing different outfits, wearing these white
Quantum.
the quantum
Realm.
realm suits.
and that's what everyone's
Reminiscent
hinting at
to what-
because of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Because of what the
What
original
Hank
Ant-Man
Pym was
were.
wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had
And,
the same colors. That's why it's the same.
And the other reason why I bring the time travel is because if you notice,
Black Widow's
Black
hair
Widow's hair
is red.
well, she's got different styles. There's one where she's got a red and blonde.
I feel like one, she's
where,
look
where,
like
where,
she's
where
she's
her
aged.
hair's kind of long. It's got red on top and the blonde on the
I
bottom.
feel like that one's like her older
like
age.
where she's where she grew it out.
And
because,
even Steve
'cause-
Rogers looked
because
older.
obviously we know that she was a redhead in Iron Man 2 and Civil War, in the first Avengers. All redhead. She was never blonde. She didn't become a blonde until Endgame.
No,
Not Endgame. Infinity War, when she went into hiding,
She was red,
and then she
and then
went
she was
blonde.
and now she's both.
And then there's another scene where she's completely blonde, but her hair's short.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking.
It's time jump.
Time travel, time jump.
All up
This
in this
movie's
whole-
gonna take.
and I know there's been those leaks and stuff like
Man,
that.
this movie is gonna take heavily time travel, time jump. We all know that. It's been rumors going around, speculation, confirmed. We've seen the red suit, the quantum realm suits before in leaks from toys and concept
I
art.
hate toys, dude. Toys spoil so much stuff.
They do, and it's frustrating working at like a department store to where you get those things in advance because are forced to see those. So I was like,
So here's the other
Look
thing.
at them. Look
So
at these
So
toys.
here's the other thing.
don't show nobody else. But
Right.
Obviously-
let me take a quick picture real quick. and
Obviously,
post it on social
in
media.
Infinity War, Thanos was the main bad guy. He was always gonna be the main bad guy. And in the first two trailers, the first two teaser trailers that we got from Endgame, they hinted that he's coming back. They showed his suit, and they kind of just showed him walking in.
That was the first trailer. The second,
Well,
Second one didn't
the
show
Super Bowl, they
nothing.
didn't show him at all.
Well, okay. In the first one, they show him like walking in a field, kind of like
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Mhm.
He's walking in the.
And he's like,
And then, especially in this one, they did not show him at all.
all.
Anything, barely anything.
basically showing them just
So,
Getting
Avenging.
so if this is gonna be a time traveling movie, does that mean we're gonna get? And I kind of wouldn't mind seeing this. Kane the Conqueror,
that's
because
what.
he's a time traveling character in the Marvel comics. In the
Okay,
Marvel
so
universe.
they did say that there is a threat that Rocket Raccoon and others have to face while the others are doing their own thing or like their thing they're doing.
I don't.
I never thought of that.
I don't.
And Kevin Feige
No,
even kind of
because
hinted at
The
that.
only
Because-
reason I don't think that it's Kane is because I just feel like there's so much stuff.
But the other reason why I do, go ahead.
Is that because they guys like? Okay, of course Thanos is going to be the main one. He's the main one they got their feet.
Is he?
I guarantee you. I know where you're going. I know where your comic book brain, where your comic book brain is going. But think about Captain Marvel. Your comic book brain was going one place, and they went totally different. So
Yes.
just think about that.
Okay, but again,
And Thanos is the main villain who defeated the Avengers.
and think about that, like you just said. Again, think about just what you said too, because we're thinking that Thanos is gonna be the main bad guy
Is it
here.
But
Thanos
it's-
or Thanos?
Thanos.
Daniel, it's been
Is
confirmed.
Thanos.
Thanos.
It's been confirmed that there is going to be a separate villain opposed to Thanos in the movie.
and again, we're thinking that he's gonna be the main villain. That they're trying to get revenge on Thanos for what he did.
but there's going to be someone else out there. That's
But then,
gonna-
what if there's gonna be that twist? What a twist!
what we saw in Captain Marvel with the squirrels and the Kree.
The squirrels?
The,
Or the
s-
scrolls?
The scrolls. The scrolls.
You know,
The
I'm
squirrels.
right now. Anyways, so this is where I say we could possibly get Kane the Conqueror is
Which
because
is one of the.
of Thanos himself is the snap. What if he's trying to go back? Because again, Kane is a time traveling character in the Marvel universe, and what if that snap affected something from Kane, and that the sense that he's trying to go back in time to figure out where and how he can stop what had happened. So yeah, I mean that's really what I'm hoping for, but I mean it could be wishful thinking.
I don't know, man. I just feel like that's too much of a far stretch. That's just me. That's just me.
That
No.
is you, but I mean again,
No, it has been rumored. Has been
yeah, I know.
by Kevin Feige himself. Like he's like, you know what? I mean, it's not a possibility, but it's not impossible.
But Kevin Feige likes.
You know how he is.
Kevin Feige likes to tease us.
He's very vague on
Well,
what he.
duh. I mean, because movies have been ruined in the past before, with spoilers, with leaks and stuff like that.
Even in game, it
You
has
know.
gotten to that point where it's leaks have kind of spoiled some things for us.
And
Yeah.
the thing that's like leak wise, like, I don't look, but like the quantum realm suits, like I've seen those before. It wasn't really a big deal for me. But anything other than that, I was like leaks, like the whole first half of the Avengers Endgame plot has been revealed. And I was like, all right, I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna even slide through that.
But it's like, why would you want to do that to yourself? Just go watch the movie. You know?
I have been victim of doing that as far as like Star Wars leaks. That's just like just reading articles of like, oh, what could this mean? Potential spoilers. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to read it, but I kind of want to read it.
So, but anyways, yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I think. It would be cool to bring on a character like that no one really knows who that is, but and to bring him on and be like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Hey,
I just hope he's not gonna be one of those. If they do bring him up, I just hope he's not gonna be one of those one-off villains. So
I think Eddie needs another beer. He's like looking at you and it's like, you know, shut up right now or give me another beer.
well, he can get it himself. He's a big boy.
He is like he's Ice Chest is literally right next to him.
You know what? While you're down there, go ahead and give me one of those ambers.
there's only one more amber.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
And
Well,
me,
obviously,
blonde.
you gotta take the blonde.
I'll take the blonde.
But you know, if he does come out, or even depending on what villain comes out, if it's like a big time villain, I just really hope he's not a one-off.
It has been confirmed like there's gonna be
No, I know,
a separate
yeah,
villain.
I know what you're saying, but but what I'm saying is,
people
I
are-
just
yeah.
don't want him to be a one-off. You know,
yeah, like
you know, he comes out in one movie and he's done. You know,
yeah.
Thanos, we've been getting Thanos since
Avengers 1.
Since the first Avengers movie.
And at that, I thought he was a scroll.
You know, and then even at that,
Maybe he was because it was a different actor that played him.
Before Infinity War, the most screen time he's gotten was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which was played by Josh Brolin, right?
Yeah. That was when he first took on the mantle and was Thanos, and
And then after that, he was officially announced like
That's when he called
Josh
Ronan.
Brolin is gonna be
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Thanos
Josh
or
Brolin.
Thanos?
He said Josh Brolin.
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Seth Rollins from
Rolling.
WWE.
Speaking of WWE, remember when Kane made his debut on wrestling, and it was JR. He's like, "That's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane." I hope they do that in game when Kane
Gotta be
comes out.
kind.
Just hear Jim Ross's voice out of nowhere.
Right? That's gotta be Kane.
So I heard speculation was Dormammu,
Dormammu.
Dormammu.
Kane the Conqueror, and even the Skrulls themselves, the evil Skrulls themselves, not the ones we saw, not the lighthearted ones we saw in Captain Marvel.
Pussies.
You guys are hating. Speaking of Skrulls and Captain Marvel, the last scene we saw from that trailer was Captain Marvel, and I remember I showed Ernest. The.
I remember I read a description of this scene from someone before.
I showed Ernest the trailer, and he saw that part where where it's Thor and Captain Marvel,
And Thor was just like,
and they just look at each other, and his words are like, "Ooh." I was just like,
I was like, and Thor was like, I like this one.
he's just like, "Ooh." Like, shut up, Ernest.
So speaking of, it's funny though because speaking of the end credits of Captain Marvel and the end of
This
the
trailer.
Avengers Endgame trailer, shows Captain Marvel.
The Marvel.
Dude,
Um,
and the thing is, like she doesn't say anything, and she just gives Thor this look,
This little smirk.
Like,
Like,
this
and
little
after it's
smirk,
just a
and
smirk.
her eyes squint. And
Yeah.
it's just like that alone, just kind of like just
Like no
that's
flinch,
her
no
whole
nothing.
That's her whole character in the movie. It's just like I love it. Like she just like looks at him like, oh, that's
Okay.
that's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And so are you with that beard and that short hair
And your hoodie
and your hoodie
after your depressive episode.
and your hoodie.
So,
So,
Great trailer.
any other thoughts about
great
the
movie,
Endgame trailer?
great trailer.
We're gonna go see that movie when it comes out. For
Definitely.
sure.
All,
For sure.
all three of us
Opening
for sure
night.
on
And
opening
then,
night.
and then, guys, are we gonna record an episode that night when we see it? Are we gonna be
Maybe.
Are we gonna be late to
If
work the next
we're not
day?
too, if we're not too tired.
Nah, I don't know.
After the confirmed 3-hour runtime.
We have to record an episode fresh, maybe the next day or that Saturday, maybe.
There's no-
I think we should do it as fresh as possible.
It has been confirmed. This is going to be the
I think
longest.
that's his favorite word now. Confirmed, because it has been confirmed that there's going to be another villain.
It has been
It has
confirmed.
been confirmed.
This is going to be the longest.
Breaking news! It has been confirmed that Matthew's got something to say right now.
This is going to be the longest MCU film ever, confirmed at 100, 180 hours. 3 hours of movie. Are y'all ready for that?
Oh yeah.
Are y'all ready for 3 hours of Avengers kick-assing, depression?
Are y'all ready for 3 hours of confirmed time?
Are you ready for confirmation that there is going to be someone that's going to fall in this movie?
What?
Captain America.
Oh God. Dude. Oh my God. Like I'm just getting teary eyed from that trailer. And thing is, like when we watch the movie, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out, and I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna clap when it ends because I just love it. Like I love it, and I hate to feel like I'm ashamed of it, but I'm not. Like I just love it. Like, and I sometimes I feel silly. Like every time I watch Infinity War.
Every time I watch Terminator 2, Eddie knows this.
Matthew cries every time he gives a thumbs up before he goes into the
I
lava.
cried at the end of Terminator 2 Judgment Day
Oh my
when he sacrifices
God, that's
himself.
the funniest thing in the
And I remember
world.
telling Eddie, like, he's
Every
killed
time I
himself.
see-
I remember Matthew telling me, he goes, the little boy didn't want him to go, but he's like, oh. That was when Matthew was cute and shorter than us.
Have his deep voice.
Right, and he wasn't drinking IPAs all the damn time.
God, what movie has gotten me like that?
No. Well, but back to my point. Every time I see Infinity War, and I see that scene where Captain America is holding Thanos' glove, and he just screams, I just can't help but cry. Like I just cry, and it's not a sad scene. It's just the fact that it's just like Captain, because he's one of my favorite characters, and just seeing him struggle and
He's
just
gonna
like,
die.
And
God,
the
he's
other
gonna die.
the thing about that too is that in the movie Captain America didn't have a big like
presence.
not only just like a big presence but a big like dramatic,
And that's another thing because
but just going back to what you're saying real quick about him holding the glove when Thanos is gonna like in the
Havoc on everyone.
in the comics
flick
in the
everyone.
comics in the Infinity Gauntlet, which is what Infinity War is based off of.
he goes head to head with him.
Yeah, he goes head to head with him, and he breaks his shield in the comics.
We've seen that
And I've
in
seen
Age of
it.
Ultron. His shield broken.
And I've seen the Infinity comic, which was also loosely based off
Oh
of
my God, I'm gonna cry right now.
Um,
What was your point?
no, I was trying to remember where in Age of Ultron did his shield break?
It was a flashback
in
of
the
Tony Stark
flashback of Tony Stark.
when they're all dead.
Oh yeah,
In his vision.
yeah, the Vision. But even
Not
then,
the Vision.
but even then,
Yeah, it sounds like
when
the
it-
Vision or Vision.
one of the things that kind of got me like, about in the MCU itself was Captain America Civil War after the battle between Iron Man and Captain America was my dad gave you that shield and he drops it. It's just like
I was like, well, then
he just gave up.
You can keep it.
He just like
Dude,
fine.
I guarantee
And-
you. I guarantee you. If
One thing I was disappointed
God
with.
damn it.
I'm sorry, no. One thing I was real disappointed with, and I blame Black Panther for it, is why didn't Black Panther just give him his holographic shield?
Oh,
All the that one tribe had their holographic shields. Why couldn't Captain America get one? No, he gets those
He got-
stupid Wolverine looking things.
those were weird. That's probably the only thing I don't like about
Yeah.
the movie. It's just like
I was like,
Such a wasted
Like-
potential.
like in the when the trailers first came out and it says get this man a shield. I was like, oh, they're gonna give me his holographic, and then I was like, really?
That's not a shield. Those
That's
are
not a shield.
Those are sleeves.
Yeah, I was just like, dude.
Those are like like in soccer they wear those shin guards. That's
Yeah,
pretty much what
that's
those
pretty
are.
what they were like.
I would even went with just
arm
like a quick
guards.
like him. It's like, what can I do with this?
Right?
Oh,
And the thing is like
and
it-
they
like-
just they serve
like-
no purpose whatsoever.
they did like he
no, but the thing is they do not because he does not use them as shields.
at all.
Once.
He uses
Yeah.
them as weapons.
Yeah, and the thing is like they're like triangle shaped, like they get sharper towards his fist, and he's trying to punch his Thanos in the chin with one of them. Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do nothing.
Thanos fucking crushes him. Sorry for cussing.
But yes, that was one of my biggest disappointments and flaws of Infinity
God.
War. But other than that, everything else was good.
My biggest disappointment was the Black Order of the Infinity War.
Ah, yes, that too.
Cause
But that-
I read the Infinity comic and they were a force to be reckoned with. in the Infinity comic.
But they weren't even them. They were different.
But
Yeah.
was that confirmed?
It wasn't confirmed at all.
And in the comic in the Infinity Gauntlet, they didn't even do much. They were just like a background.
No, no.
Except for
in the Infinity comic, they were actually like badass.
Well,
like,
the one that
the only one that wasn't a badass was Black Dwarf, which in his name was Coincidian, which was the name of the group in the comic book.
What's the name of the big one?
Black Dwarf.
yeah.
That's the big guy.
But
Yeah.
The big ass hammer.
but in the movie, his name was Coincidian.
The thing is, like, if you watch Infinity War, he has like this I showed you. Remember?
Yeah, well, they confirmed that wasn't what you think it is.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's dumb. It's not confirmed. It was
not
confirmed that it was not.
It was confirmed.
It was confirmed to
It
not be
was confirmed that it was
So-
not confirmed to be.
just to
Captain
get everyone on the same page. The term of this episode is confirmed.
Right? Because originally I was gonna title this episode, whatever it takes, but now it's gonna be like
Now it's confirmed whatever it takes.
it's confirmed.
It's
Whatever it
confirmed whatever it
So,
takes.
anyways, I had a couple more things about the new Avengers trailer that I just want to kind of touch on. We got
Hurry up.
we got through the either it's just going to be intergalactic or traveling. Is this going to be the flashbacks, the hair for Black Widow because of time traveling, blah
This
blah
is for
blah
the
blah blah blah.
audience.
Don't.
Yeah.
I like to open my cans with one hand sometimes.
We already talked about Captain Marvel meeting the team and how we felt about that. Thor's reaction. We briefly talked on this, but this is the one thing I really do want to talk about. Who is gonna make it out alive?
No
and
one.
and who is gonna make that ultimate sacrifice?
Okay.
Captain America.
Hear me out.
That's the main thing I want to talk about here.
I say Iron Man.
I say everybody who you hear saying whatever it takes dies. It's Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow. I think that's it.
Remember though, even though
and Hawkeye. It's Hawkeye.
I feel like Hawkeye may pass because then his daughter is gonna come take his place.
and remember though, even though we're gonna get a Black Widow film, that Black Widow film is gonna be a flashback movie.
Yeah.
So she could meet her demise.
I feel like Hawkeye. It's gonna be one of the ones for sure that's gonna go, because not only is he training his daughter to become an like him, but if they succeed in their goal of bringing them back and they bring his daughter back, she might take over the mantle of Hawkeye.
Well, for me, and not only just because of the fact that he's even said it himself and he's already been thanking everybody, but Captain America,
Chris Evans.
I feel like after everything would happen, he was
Oh,
if he would die, if not, he was just gonna
I think.
just sort of retire. Like, I'm gonna drop the Captain America mantle.
I don't want to
But-
I'm not gonna be Captain America
But I
anymore
think
after this.
if he comes back in any shape or form, it's going to be some type of either flashback or quick kind of cameo thing.
Why you make me think about this? I don't want to think about this. I'm gonna cry.
And maybe Iron Man. Iron Man may also be one of the ones who may perish, or he's the one who started this journey for us.
Yes, and
10 years of movies.
And the other thing too is when I went to go see, because we went to go see Infinity War,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went,
we did.
and then I went to go see it again with my nephews, and that part where Thanos grabs breaks the little spear part that Iron Man makes with the mock suit,
With the
the
nanotech.
nanotech, and stabs
Dude.
Tony Stark. I guarantee you, the second time we went to go see it, everyone was like,
Everyone was
I'm
just
telling no,
gasped.
I'm telling you, when
gasped.
we saw that, that's the reaction. It was like everybody's like, and it got so quiet.
It got
Like,
Yeah.
so quiet.
that's
And-
why I love the theater experiences because of
and
stuff
one
like
of
that.
one of my nephews he looked at me, he was like, and then it was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Just keep watching.
I don't know
Just keep watching."
I don't know if y'all saw me like when that happened. Y'all see next to me. I was just like, I stood up and I was like, and my mouth was open for like 5 minutes. I was like,
When I saw that, I was like, really?
like
Did that happen?
I was just like, oh my god! But then when she started hitting himself, I'm like, oh come on.
And then he was like, ugh. Like, he
Yeah.
was like,
When after Strange, she was like, "Spare his life, and I will give you this stone."
He's
And
all
I
like,
was like,
he's all
alright.
like, we're in the end
why do you
game
do
now.
that for?
We're in the end game now.
And then, of
I mean,
course-
I knew there was gonna be there was gonna be deaths in Infinity War. There was already speculations, and then
But was
the
there?
the Russos even said themselves like, you know, whoever dies in Infinity War is dead forever.
So Vision,
But-
Loki,
No.
Shit.
The only one that I think that is dead forever
Is
is
Loki.
it's Loki.
No, the one that died before him.
Oh, Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Heimdall or Heimdall?
Heimdall.
Hemdall.
Was that confirmed?
Yes,
Was it
because
confirmed
because
I mean, Idris Elba's busy. He's gonna be.
But yeah, but
Deadshot.
He's gonna be Deadshot. He's gonna be in
even,
a new Spectre, James Bond.
He even like, you know, said
He's done.
Thank you for the, you know, for all the
Yeah.
experience and everything. The one that didn't was Loki, and even though Thanos even said
No, because he did it because he's getting his own standalone series.
But even then, that's what I'm saying.
Even when-
Even though
when
Thanos
Thanos
said
no more
no more resurrections,
resurrections.
I'm like,
no more resurrections.
no more resurrections.
I can't talk like Josh.
Like, no
Brolin.
more resurrections this time.
Oh, that was confirmed by Matthew. That was confirmed.
So, yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay, so one thing to close off this convo on the trailer, because we had a long convo on the trailer. Excuse me. Back when we got trailers for Infinity War, and even the movie itself was heavily focused on certain characters, as far as like, you know, like we saw Scarlet Witch, we saw Black Panther, we saw pretty much all the characters that got decimated. In this trailer, it's highlighting everybody else that wasn't there. We get more Ant-Man, we get more Hawkeye, we get more Captain America, we get more, you know, we just get more of those characters that weren't highlighted in the first movie, which makes sense.
But
well, I mean, Ant-Man didn't even come out in the first
Yeah,
one.
that-
He was only mentioned.
Yeah,
But
him
Thor-
and Hawkeye.
There's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man.
but Thor was like the main shiner because he had the most screen time inside the movie.
And-
That's
and
been confirmed.
dude, I think Thor is pretty much just chugging his way to being like, we love Iron Man, we love Captain America, but Thor is pretty much is making his way to being like the lead in both movies, because he had a major role in Infinity War, and it looks like he's having just as big of a role.
And I'm sure Chris-
can we just at least get the Hulk back?
He's
he's coming back.
he's gonna be Dr. Hulk confirmed.
Confirm. Okay.
Great
It's
Hulk.
confirmed.
But I believe Chris Hemsworth himself, he may not retire from the character. He's gonna be inside the MCU for quite a while, and I see that. I see like Chris Hemsworth, his character Thor, is gonna be in the MCU after Endgame, after everything has happened throughout the new threat.
I think he's
that
gonna
they're
have a few more
Yeah, like after,
before he
like,
passes on.
he's gonna have a few more years
Before he passes on Stormbreaker to somebody else.
because I mean in the comic books, Jane Foster is the new Thor, but of course we haven't seen her character in the MCU since the Thor 2 to Dark World.
And Natalie Portman's done with
yeah,
the MCU.
and she's already made it vocal. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
done with this crap. I don't want it anymore.
As much as I like her and she has some really good roles, but she really shats, and I say shat because I don't want to say the other word. She really shats on a lot of stuff that she does, like the
Yeah, like she pretty much like
shat
like,
on the Star Wars prequels.
she shat on a turtle.
She
Nope.
shat on the turtle,
She's
and then she shat on
In her pants.
Black Swan.
that was such a good movie, dude.
Dude, Black Swan is like the
Didn't she get
That was a weird movie.
Didn't she get like nominations for that?
dude.
She got like nominated for Best Actress
Yeah, and then
for that one scene with
With
Mila
Mila
Kunis.
Kunis.
Mila Kunis, even though it was
and then
like a dream
she,
sequence.
and then the way she talks about the MCU. I mean, okay, I know a lot of people have talked mess about the MCU and everything about it, but I mean that's just the territory of big budget movies, you know.
who
Come on.
were the actors that talked down? It was her,
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, he talked on MCU
Was he
movies.
was he in the MCU?
Nope.
No,
No, I'm talking about people
Jodie
who were
Foster.
in the MCU.
people that were
Oh,
no
in-
people
in-
that
in
were
the
in the
MCU?
Him,
MCU.
Natalie Portman,
What's his name that played Malekith on
Hugo-
Thor.
I don't know his
Hugo
name.
Weaving. He talked down about the MCU
Hugo
after
Weaving.
Captain America.
Hugo Weaving needs to
Mick-
go back to the Matrix.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke talked down on the
Talking
MCU.
down on the MCU.
Mickey Rourke looks saggy and plasticky.
Who else?
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Who else talked down on it? And I'm pretty sure because the characters they played was just downplayed the way that didn't. I mean, they just weren't pitched the way they were expected to be. I don't know. They were pitched differently than what they actually got. You know.
Kind of like Jared Leto in Suicide Squad.
How he was pitched to Joker, but he
Kristen
only,
Dunst in Spider-Man 3
Yeah.
because she didn't want to be the damsel in distress anymore.
I'm pretty sure everybody didn't want me down in that movie.
Pretty
I
sure.
think the only one that was a damsel in distress in that movie was Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure everyone in
Tobey
that
Maguire.
movie was
God,
like,
it's such
I
terrible.
freaking don't want to do this movie, especially that dance sequence.
Dude,
I do like how
I
emo
love it in
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse
I know
when they
how
do
the-
that. 'Cause
how
I've seen the
Spider-Verse
first 15
teases
minutes
it.
of that movie.
we don't talk about that.
Just do a dance and stuff. It's funny. He goes, "Oh yeah, and this. We're not talking about this."
I don't know.
But yeah, so
Those were just the three actors that was confirmed to be disliked by the MCU.
And I'm sure there was a few others, but for sure those three were real outspoken. So all right, so yeah,
dude, we cannot wait for the MC for this end game
I've been
for the
waiting.
end game.
good discussion on
Endgame.
Captain
And
Marvel.
shout out Kevin Feige for saying the title, the Next Avenger movie wasn't in any movies at all
because it's in like 3 movies.
because
or like 2.
literally Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and whoever else said it was like, this is the end game.
Anyways, good discussion on Captain Marvel. Great discussion on the trailer and game, and I could just imagine how we're gonna react to it once the movie actually comes out.
Dude.
Just from us reacting from the trailer alone.
I'm telling you, man, we need to do a recap of that movie as fresh as possible after we see it.
Yeah. So one thing we're gonna be doing here, and we got Matthew stumbling over here.
Sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I haven't slept for like 6 hours or like
Yeah,
10 hours.
because he was waiting. He was waiting for the in-game trailer to come out. The
I got
2.5
off
minute
of
one.
work at 2 last night, and I woke up at 6 this morning. So don't talk to me about lack of sleep.
I woke up I went to sleep around the same time as
Oh,
him.
you damn liar! Because you're partying with your friends, not by
Not
it was
because
my choice.
Not because you were working.
right after work.
So
Okay, so
Matthew's got something that he wants to discuss,
Which is of course our famous segment.
y'all's best segment ever. Game chat with Matt.
What's your buddy who lives in Colorado? Who
Frank.
loves it? Frank loves this. This is for Frank.
Frankie Dank. Shout out Frank.
Frankie
I love
Dank.
you.
Frank Dank.
Shout out to Sid.
Shout out to Sid too. I love both of y'all. Hope y'all
Sid.
are doing good out there in the freaking snow.
Hey, y'all be safe out there because I know Colorado right now is having a
Blizzards.
big snow blizzard.
I'm
over
pretty
there.
sure
There
if
was,
they, I'm pretty sure.
there was literally 100-car pileup
Oh wow.
over there.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure if they get cold, they could just call up and sit here.
Or I think it was like I think it was more like a 25-car pileup.
Okay, so let's get to the game chat.
This is hair talk.
But
with
shout out Sid and Frank. Y'all, you're the best. I love y'all. Hope y'all safe and cozy,
And warm.
and warm.
in Sid's hair.
But let's get to it. So I got a few topics on ham.
On ham and cheese.
Well, written down ham
Oh.
and cheese.
So again, we are doing
Game chat with Matt. So, just a few topics going on. Just recently, about I think yesterday or like the day before that. No, yeah, it was on Tuesday. Gearbox. I'm pretty sure y'all guys don't know who Gearbox is, but whoever out there does, they're famous for the Borderlands series. Is gonna tease Borderlands 3.
Is that what that was?
Yes,
I saw it. I just don't know what the hell that was.
Yes, so it's gonna be a teaser. It's a teaser image of Borderlands 3, and I already know it because they already confirmed it.
I mean, it kind of looks like Borderlands.
So
with that the
yeah.
old school.
If you play Borderlands, you know the style graphics. You know, you automatically just know off the bat
just like the vibe
what
of
they
it
are.
too.
Yes, the vibe of the movie, the vibe of everything at all, is that they're they're gonna reveal their game. I think it was like March 20th. I got the picture somewhere. You gotta look for it.
So it's a picture of like a road sign in the
So, yeah.
desert, and
So
it has a date on it, correct?
they're gonna reveal their new game on March 28th at PAX in Boston, Massachusetts.
PAX.
So
What's PAX?
I'm excited for that. I was a big PAX is a another
Convention.
gaming convention like E3.
Doesn't PAX come in San Antonio?
PAX, yeah, it does. PAX Southeast,
I love it that PAX comes here.
and I've been wanting to go since they've been coming here, and like that was about
I just
3
love
years
seeing the
ago.
people. I just love seeing the people downtown. They're so cool.
And the cosplays and everything.
Oh my God.
It's terrific.
I've been wanting to go to the the anime one because I like
Uh,
anime.
San Japan.
San Japan.
San Japan.
Oh, I love seeing when they come out for that. Dude, some of these people went for anything.
They go
They
all
all
out, and
out,
it just
man.
inspires me. Like
All
it's
out.
crazy. Like it's terrific. Warms my heart that there's just so much diehard fans. But again, you know, Borderlands 3 is going to be officially announced on March 28th. So be lookout for that. If you're a fan of the Borderlands series, by all means, be a lookout for it. On other news, though, if you're at Anthem, you know, have you heard of Anthem, playing Anthem? It's been out for about already 2-3 weeks already. Recent news that came out about a week ago is that it's been crashing PS4s. No,
Really?
I'm a PS4 player. I'm a PS4 Pro. I've been playing Anthem on PS4. I haven't had that experience, but I have had to where it almost happened to me because I've noticed.
So is this when you say crashes? Is this similar to the red ring from Xbox 360?
Yes and no.
There have people who have had it.
Have people
like,
have
fixed.
having fixed just by just turning off the console and restarting it just by that, and some people have speculated or like reported that their consoles have been bricked, meaning that it's just not working at
It's
all.
just dead.
It's just dead. Like they had to go get it fixed and stuff like that because of Anthem the game. And
So what is Anthem? The game. What is
Anthem is the creators of the creators of Mass Effect, BioWare. So if y'all ever heard of Mass Effect,
that? Yeah.
it's been around since 360
Like,
days.
isn't that like that horror kind of space?
No, that's Dead Space.
Okay, my bad.
Mass Effect takes place in space, but it's a sci-fi action game,
Okay.
role-playing game that BioWare. It's one of BioWare's babies that they've been developing over and over and over and over. After that,
It's been confirmed.
They released this new IP, Anthem. Now, I played the Anthem game.
Is it good?
From the beta to the actual game itself. For the most part, it's enjoyable. It's just like any other Luke Grand game where you just play the missions, get your stuff, and that's it. It has been reported that it's been crashing PS4 games, but I mean, I haven't had that experience. I mean, it had crashed my game before, but that's it. Like all I did was
It's just a game. It had no effect on your console.
no. It was just the game itself. I mean,
That fucking sucks, dude.
it happened to me today too. Like after the update that it was supposed to get fixed, I got an error message today saying that this happened to your game, error message, stuff like that.
What does it say though? Like,
And it said just error message.
is it just like a virus from the game, from the software itself to the actual console, or is it? Or I mean, like what? Like what? I mean, I just don't understand how.
What's going
We
on?
really don't know because it's a big map, so I'm pretty sure it's probably just
Just a bunch
the
of
game
glitch-
itself. Like this is too much for like
So what?
a
Like,
console game.
do you think like it's something that the company just released it without fixing all the bugs first, or they?
So when it comes to games like Anthem, if you play Destiny, Division, games to where you just play through missions, loot grind, kill so much enemies, you get this much stuff.
Steven, are you keeping up?
Yes,
That's a no.
I confirm that.
This is BioWare's big old baby, and has been speculation from the beginning since it was announced, it was shown, and stuff like that. And of course, they have a deadline that the developer, the publishers have to, set, and the developers have to meet. So of course they're gonna release a game that's gonna be like half finished, or like it's finished but it's not finished.
So it's not finished.
Yeah, and I see that in the game. It's not finished. There's still a lot of stuff they need to work on. They need to update the game and stuff like that. But I'm very, 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 very optimistic about this game. It's fun for the most part. I enjoy it when I play it. It's just an all-out fun game, especially when I play it with my friend Isaac. Shout out Isaac.
Isaac, that's for you, baby.
We go through the game. Sorry for my curse word. We go through the game, we play it, and we have fun. But sometimes we experience this, just minor glitches. Games just crash out of nowhere and stuff like that. But
so
there has been an update that released on the PS4 consoles that was supposed to fix the breaking, but it's still, they still have a long way to go.
So is this game worth playing? I'm saying like worth the risk of
Right now,
being crashed and possibly ruining your console.
Right now, I believe the console thing is just fixed. It's just the game that just crashes. It's out of
It's
nowhere.
the game. But what
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like, would you say, hey, play this game, just be careful that your game that your content might crash, or would you say,
If you're curious
Don't
about
play it.
if you're curious about the game, play it, enjoy it for what it is right now.
and then log out?
I'm sure it's gonna get fixed in the future
Hopefully.
because games like this, they're called games to service. So meaning that they're gonna update the game every other like.
You improve as you go.
Mhm.
Pretty much
Yes.
what Geeking and Drinkin is all about.
Yes. I posted that. It is a very enjoyable game. It's basically just your basic loot grind game. Go to missions, kill your enemies, get the stuff you're gonna get, and that's it.
Okay, so Anthem, the play is pretty good, but you might get a virus.
For sure. But
STD.
For sure. Whoa.
in the meantime, I do like Anthem. It is an enjoyable game. So if you're interested in it, I'll for sure go for it. Play it. But just know the risk that your game might crash. That's all.
And if it does, play Matthew.
Yeah, I'm sorry for recommending this game. It is pretty fun, though.
Or Isaac.
Um,
Just kidding, Isaac.
But opposed to that, there has been gaming news that Valve or Turtle Rocks, I think that's what they're called,
Oh, my God.
the developers of Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
are-
dude, I love Left 4 Dead.
The developers of Left 4 Dead are making another FPS shooter just like Left 4 Dead.
Oh, my God. What's it called?
I have no idea. It's
What?
been announced.
Steven, have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
I heard of it. I never played it.
Oh,
Left
my
4 if
God,
you played-
dude. It's such a fun game.
If you played the first Left 4 Dead, it's such
It
a
is
fun
the
game.
Fun game.
It's developed by this company called.
I'm sorry for my but this is back when I used to play games.
The Turtle Rock Studios is the developer of Left 4 Dead, the first Left 4 Dead.
God.
Valve is the publisher. Eddie has played Left 4 Dead. He's the one who
I
introduced me to Left 4 Dead.
Love Left 4 Dead. This is like, Steven, you've seen World War Z, right?
Yeah, I've seen World War Z.
Imagine that,
But in the video game,
but in a video game where you shoot a bunch of zombies. You just shoot them. You shoot them till they're dead. And they're so awesome.
so apparently the game that's gonna be announced is called Back 4 Blood, which
yes.
Back 4 Blood with the
With the four
with the
fingers?
number 4, because if you play Left 4 Dead,
You see
Left
4.
4
Dead.
Dead.
And
So if you're
what
a
were we
fan of
saying?
Left 4 Dead, of the Left 4 Dead games, Left 4 Dead 1,
Steven's
Left
all
4
like,
Dead
it's-
2, by all means, keep updated with this game, because it could be a spiritual sequel or even a sequel to Left 4 Dead.
Steven's over here like it's.
Maybe the longer awaited Left 4 Dead
What?
3 we've been waiting for. Because if you live Left 4 Dead 2, I love Left 4
It's
Dead 2.
I love Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 is so awesome. The
Mhm.
blobs. Remember the blob?
Yep.
He shoots and just boom, it explodes. Oh my. Oh, dude.
The
hey.
fucking blobs,
Hey.
the smoker, the creeper,
Remember the witch?
the witch.
The witch. Oh my.
You don't
God.
want to mess
You
with the
don't wanna
witch.
mess with the witch. She cries, Steven. She cries.
She cries.
She cries, and you hear her When you hear her, you turn around, you run. You do not confront her because she will get you.
Cry
And she
baby.
will
And I had
eat
made
your
that,
face.
had made that mistake before when I was playing with friends. I was ballsy. I
Dude,
was like, you know
dude,
what? I'm
and
gonna freaking.
Once you shoot her, she chases you.
And then she just like
She
just locked
gets
onto
you.
If you get in her eye, she's just you're
Oh
gone.
my god.
So, I mean, developers, Turtle Rock Studios are gonna be developing a new game called Back for Blood.
Back for Blood. So check that
so-
out, guys.
Be on the lookout for that.
Oh my god, I'm just suddenly so excited. Wait,
And
is that I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't know because I'm pretty sure it's early in development. Is that for a particular console?
I know Left 4 Dead was specifically on Xbox only.
Oh
Was
my
an exclusive Xbox 360 game at the time,
I think
and
Xbox.
Left 4 Dead 2 was exclusive an Xbox 360 game too.
Switch sucks ass.
But
I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't. It's pretty cool, but
no, again, skip it out. Skip it out for that.
I'm tired of Mario.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an official announcement, an official trailer within the next few months. So
That's so awesome, dude. I'm so excited.
mhm.
I gotta get an Xbox. I would literally get an Xbox just for that because I love Left 4 Dead.
And opposed to that, another Xbox exclusive that I know Steven, Eddie, and I have played. It's gonna be on PC.
Oh,
Halo series.
okay. Boo. I thought you
I
were
thought you were
I
gonna
thought
say
you were
Gears
talking
of
about
War.
I thought
man.
you too. I thought
It's the only one I really
No,
like.
no.
That's why I looked at Steven and was like, dude, Marcus is coming back.
So
Wait. No, he's not.
the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is
Coltrane.
so Halo Master Chief Collection, which is
Yeah, I saw
a
that one.
remastered of Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game ever came out on Xbox. Is going to be released on PC.
So pretty much, Joel, uncle, this is for you.
Yes,
I know
for
you,
sure. I know you're
Joel.
a big Halo fan.
Yeah, you loser.
I know you were a big Halo 2 fan when it came out, but it's going to be on PC, so be on lookout for that.
Right.
Um,
Who has a PC nowadays?
I mean,
There's a lot of people that play video
everyone
games on
does
PC.
PC gaming.
Like the,
So-
like the Alienware, and I think there's like another one.
Alienware, MSI, Acer, Asus,
Asu.
Lenovo just released their new gaming laptop called the Legion. Dell, pretty much any major computer company has their own type of gaming laptop that's
guys,
fit for gaming,
guys.
for computer gaming.
Remember that that little nod from Captain Marvel, where you have to wait for the internet to load? What's it doing? It's loading.
It's loading. I was like,
It's buffering.
it's taking so long.
That's funny.
But for sure, Halo Master Chief Collection is gonna be on PC,
Halo
followed
Original.
by Halo Reach. If we play Halo Reach, which
That's
was
okay.
which was one of my favorite
It was all right.
360 games
It was
at the
okay.
time, was
Wasn't that great?
don't listen to Eddie. I liked it a lot.
No, it was.
For the most part, they changed a lot of the mechanics that Halo, in its general, lacked. But
it was kind of
after
stupid.
that, last thing that I have for y'all is my review. First impressions of The Division 2. If y'all haven't heard The Division, it's another game just like Anthem, where you go out, you do strikes, you do missions, you get so much loot. It's going to be released tomorrow officially. The full game is going to be released tomorrow. I played the beta about a week or two ago, and for the most part, I enjoyed it. It reminded me of like a lot of the, Destiny, Anthem, those type of games, to where it's games to service, loot grind. You go to you do missions, you get this much loot, boom. My first impressions is it's gonna be good, but then there's gonna be people who's not gonna like it. So
up until now, it's just been, it's been the beta that's been out.
Yeah, so the beta's been coming out. Of course, the people had a lot of negative reviews on the first game of the Division, to where wasn't enough content. People didn't like the story and stuff like that. But I mean, it's hard to tell from the beta, from the actual game that's gonna come out, what's gonna be in it, what's not gonna be in it, how much story content is gonna be in it, how much story content is not gonna be in it. So just be open-minded. I do like the game, like the gameplay. It does improve on a lot of what the first game didn't have. So, it's gonna come out tomorrow. Let's be on the lookout for that. Division 2 from Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy, the Division 2, who of course made the Splinter Cell games, the Splinter Cell games and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. And well, after that, this concludes my game chat. So
Frank, you better stick around for all this game chat with Matt, because I know Steven is completely lost.
I was totally lost from when you first said game chat with Matt.
So Frank, this is for you and any other gamers that are out there.
And no offense to any of the gamers out there. It's just
Steven's 56 years old, so
yeah, I'm just too old for this. And even though some people my age are still playing,
and I'm just looking forward to the next Left 4 Dead game. So hopefully that's it.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment of
Game Chat with Matt. I'll have more news for y'all in coming episodes, so stay tuned, please.
All right, so we just did game chat with Matt. Hope you guys enjoyed that. He gave us a lot of information, things I know you
Thanks
guys
to Eddie.
things I know you guys are gonna enjoy and appreciate. So he's gonna have some more stuff here in the in future episodes. So just stay tuned for that. A lot of reviews, news, things, anything that comes up in the game world.
Yeah, just stay tuned for a bunch of confirmed stuff. So
Confirm.
And hopefully I'll have a review for Borderlands 3 in the future.
And hopefully his game doesn't crash due to Anthem.
So, last thing we're gonna do for the show is
it's a little segment we used to like to do. It's called News and Shit.
Yeah.
News and burp.
Beep.
All right. Just go on with the questions.
Well, it's not really questions as more
Or
as
the
just,
topics.
Okay.
About
all
recent topics that Steven's gonna-
right.
News shit is pretty much topics that Steven introduces to me, Matthew. Me, Matthew hash it out.
And then I'll give a little something with that. Maybe I have something to say on it, but anyways.
Nah, you're not gonna have.
So I
nothing
hope
to
you
say.
guys been keeping up with the lot of stuff that's been going on. Obviously, there's been a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff this time around, but I do have a lot of just
Do you
few
or do you
things.
not have a lot of stuff?
I do have some stuff, but there's one I'm probably gonna need your help on.
Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you to this time of struggle.
Oh no. Okay, so we've already talked about this a few times before. It has been confirmed that we are getting a
Confirmed.
It's been confirmed that we are getting a Black Widow movie.
Which we have talked about on Game Chat before. I mean, not Game Chat.
On News and Shit.
On News and Shit. Sorry.
One of the ones, a couple of things that we talked about is that there was a potential that was going to be an R-rated, and then another one was that no, it's not going to be an R-rated. So here's the new thing that's going to come up with it. So obviously Scarlett Jo is going to be the lead, but apparently there's going to be another lead by Hermione herself, Emma Watson.
Hermione or Hermione?
You know what I said.
Hermione Granger.
So how do you guys feel about
Emma
this?
Watson is in talks to be the next in line lead for the Black Widow movie. Dude, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. I never thought that we'd hear Emma Watson do a MCU movie, even that superhero movie. Well, I mean, she did do a whole franchise in Harry Potter, but
yeah, but that wasn't superheroes. That was wizards and witches.
So you're
And
saying,
she's been with the franchise since she was like
So
little.
you're saying that Harry Potter's not a superhero?
No.
Anyway.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. Dude, no, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what she has in store. I mean, we've seen Oscar caliber actors and actresses in movies, a la Brie Larson. Do pretty good jobs in movies. But I'm intrigued. I just want to see what kind of role she's going to play. we did get the confirmation, or not really confirmation, but we did get the call from Karen Feige saying that this rumored R-rated Black Widow movie is not going to be R-rated, so it is what it is. But I'm I'm just intrigued, pretty much.
It could be interesting. I mean, Emma Watson is a pretty good actress. She has been on, of course, all Harry Potter films.
Are amazing.
And, of course, she has been on films after Harry Potter. Perks to Being a Wallflower.
Oh, God,
This
so
is
amazing.
The End from Seth Rogen and
Pretty cool.
some of that other guy. But it could be interesting. I mean, she could be playing a villain. She could be playing a sidekick role, a
spy.
mentor role, a spy role. Who knows? But it could be interesting. I'm really interested in seeing what she has to deliver in MCU film. And
She could play a
And-
wizard.
And what she's gonna actually bring in.
yeah, of course.
She's beautiful. I love
Next
her.
question.
All right. So the next thing is there's gonna be a little collaboration in the animated world of Nickelodeon and DC Comics.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Of
The Ninja Turtles.
Yes, apparently there's gonna be a Batman versus the Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
I've seen the trailer for it. I'm a little interested in
Hell
seeing
yeah.
what's going. How do you guys feel?
Isn't this is this like a Cartoon Network exclusive?
Isn't this just like a Teen
Well, no,
Titans Go?
this is
type show?
Nickelodeon and DC.
Oh, Nickelodeon.
Yes,
A Teen Titans Go
'Cause-
type show?
because
No, because Teen Titans Go was actually good.
I mean,
'Cause,
I actually heard. Shut up, Eddie. I actually heard about it before, even before you even said it, mentioned it. I mean, I'm a fan of Batman.
Obviously,
Haven't really been too much of a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
you weren't even born yet.
especially the Michael Bay produced
Oh my
ones.
God.
Oh, those were terrible.
You are, God.
It could be interesting. I mean, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have been part of an animated show from Nickelodeon from like past few years already, so I'm interested in seeing it. I might not even see it at all, but who knows?
Well, initially, I don't care. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Batman. Obviously, I don't really care about Ninja Turtles because I didn't really grow up with them. That's just me.
Well, it's not the fact of just
No,
you
but
know,
no. That's what I'm
no.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's just me. I know.
Since you have been growing up, how do you feel?
Well,
about it?
no.
How do you feel about it?
No.
Are you okay with
Let me get
this?
to that because I have, our cousin Emily, her husband Joey, is my age, and he loves Ninja Turtles. And I'm saying, what I'm saying is that like people my age can be excited about this. I am not.
Well, no, it's not the
I
point.
think-
It's not.
I think
It's not the point of being
No,
excited or not.
But
It's just,
wait. But I think the TMNT cartoon on Nickelodeon has been
don't
one
never
of
say that in my presence ever again.
You didn't like it?
No, just say
Okay,
Ninja
well,
Turtles.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja
But I'm saying
Turtles.
TMNT has been one of the best. Has been praised by it's been successful. In other words, so
not the Michael Bay films.
I don't care. But it's just okay, cool. I mean, awesome. Pretty much.
So you said you want to use your 2 cents on Steven. So I'm sure you grew up with both Batman
So
and the Teenage Mutant.
I grew up with both Batman and Ninja Turtles. I grew up with the Adam West Batman and the
because he's 56 years old.
Tim
and,
Burton plus David.
the late
Schumacher
80s,
Batman?
early 90s Ninja Turtles cartoon, and then I grew up with the early 90s Ninja Turtles movies. So to actually see this happen, because of the fact that Batman comes from a fictional city where the
And the-
Ninja
and-
Turtles come from an actual city of New York City.
And they are real.
Yeah, they are weird.
They are real.
They eat pizza.
I'm interested in seeing how this is gonna play out. I saw the trailer. It was cool. It was fun seeing the heroes collaborate each other as well as the villains. So I think I'm gonna be pretty excited about this one a little bit. Just it is gonna be a little different, but I know there's always been talks about doing a Ninja Turtles and Batman collaboration, and this is gonna be the first time we're gonna get that in cartoon form.
Next
anime
topic.
form. So, we already know that Disney is coming out with their own app, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus
already
coming
announced,
to 2019.
They've already announced multiple future shows coming out for it. The Mandalorian, Loki, Scarlet Witch and the Vision. It's actually gonna be Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Oh, is it
Yes,
confirmed?
yes.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
What was it?
That should be the name of this episode.
What's his name?
Is it confirmed?
Diego Luna from Rogue One. Cassian. It's gonna be a
Cassian Andor.
Cassian TV series. So they just recently announced that they're gonna take on another Marvel Comics.
Oh, don't forget Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So Disney Plus confirmed that they are gonna, or announced that they are gonna take on another Marvel Comics exclusive, I guess you can say, or whatever. They're gonna do the. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this. I'm pretty sure you have.
I've heard of it.
The What If
How dare you.
series.
The What If series?
Yes.
Okay.
And I heard it's gonna be animated.
Yeah, it's gonna be animated.
And I heard I'm going first. So I'm really excited because I've heard of the What If series before. You know, I've seen them at comic book shops when I would shop around for comic books. Never picked them up, never read them, but it'd be interesting to see those in animated form. Of course, they're going to be separate stories from what we originally know. I mean, the one that I know of that's recently was...
And they're gonna the anime series is gonna be like a anthropology, right? That's how you say it.
Anthology?
Anthology.
Did you say anthropology?
Anthropology? Isn't that like...
Totally messed up on that one.
With like anatomy or
Anthology.
something? Anthology?
And you know what I mean. It's gonna be that kind of series.
Well, of course it is, because, I mean, it's dealing
And
with...
if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the What If series from Marvel Comics, this is kind of like, for example, an alternate scenario.
Yeah.
What if one of the ones was, what if Aunt May died instead of Uncle Ben, kind of thing.
Marissa Tomei? Dude.
Well, depending on which Aunt May.
A recent one was, what if Flash Thompson was Spider-Man instead of Peter Parker?
Yeah.
That's a crazy
Joe
question right
Manganiello.
there.
That's my Flash Thompson.
So that's like so that's gonna be the take on the What If.
What
So,
if?
how do you feel about the What If series?
Cool, man. I mean, I'm glad that, because we've gotten announcement upon announcement of live action series for Disney Plus. It's good to see that they're doing the animated series, and they're gonna take this direction. I'm pretty excited to see what they're gonna do about it. I can't wait to see the storylines they're gonna take as far as these what if scenarios. And I mean, I cannot wait for this Disney Plus. I mean, I'll pay for it. We'll all share it.
I'll pay the $20, the $10,
Pretty much, yeah.
$15.
I'll pay for it.
They're gonna offer us.
Goodbye,
whatever.
Hulu.
So
I get Hulu for
speaking
free.
of paying apps and Disney Plus, we're gonna jump into the DC universe. DC.
Doom Patrol, best show ever. Watch it.
Actually, Doom Patrol.
Is it really best show ever?
The last two episodes have actually been really good.
To be honest, fair, I've only seen the first two.
If you've seen
So-
the last, check out the last two episodes.
I have to watch it because I just
Season episode 2, 3, and 4.
I think I'm gonna have you read this one.
Best episodes.
2 was not good.
How do you pronounce this name right here?
It's pronounced
Essia Morales.
Essia
Essia.
Morales.
Essie.
Essie.
Is that how you say it?
Essie Morales.
Okay.
It's gonna be the new Deathstroke.
So,
In DC Universe.
Bob
Titans.
Bamba is gonna be the new
Richard
Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, in season 2
And
of
plus,
the
I have
Titans.
heard that his family is gonna be in it. So the Wilson family is gonna be in a new Deathstroke. I mean, in the new Titans season, which who knows when that's gonna be filmed. So, not only it's gonna be Deathstroke, it's gonna be his whole family.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know about. I
So
I
it's
just
gonna
know
be
that
the
it was gonna be
Strokes.
Him, the Strokes.
The Wilsons.
No,
Wilson
they're called the
family.
Strokes.
So how do you guys feel about that? Actually, and in general, how do you even feel about the new season, or what's gonna be coming up next for the new season?
For
of
me,
Titans?
I have not finished the first season, so
Me neither.
Oh my god!
Dude,
So-
I mean, I heard that it's good. It's just there's so much shit to watch nowadays. I'm sorry.
Them revolting to Batman again is
Yeah.
what drove me off.
That kind of turned me off a lot.
Well, no, okay.
No, but not to mention, like I've gone back into it. It's just so much stuff to watch that Titans is kind of really fun. Like honestly, like I'd rather finish Doom Patrol rather than just finish Titans.
I was a little turned off about the whole Batman thing in that one episode, the season
finale.
the season finale of Titans.
It's just like,
But
it's just like I thought this was Titans, not
what I
Batman
liked
Robin.
about it is that they didn't show Batman.
But it's just like really,
It's kind of like a silhouette.
but it's
because
but
you had to-
it's heavily based on Batman.
but
That's the
you
thing.
had to
Like,
expect
break-
this.
like cut the cord
You
already.
had to expect this because from the very beginning, and even from the trailer, was the F Batman.
Oh, fuck
Fuck
off.
Batman.
So you always knew that there was going to be Batman in the background, regardless.
No,
with
but
Robin.
I took that F Batman as like F Batman. We're not gonna talk about him.
No.
We're gonna do our own thing.
No.
and the fact that they went back to him is just like
But that's the thing, though. If you would have watched the season finale, they don't really go back to him. He's manipulated.
just because they show his silhouette doesn't
not
mean they go
Batman
back to
himself. Robin is manipulated.
him. Robin's an asshole.
It's a mind thing that they're doing with him. So if you actually watch the ending of Titans,
I don't want to.
you'll understand.
Okay,
One thing that got
I'll
me
just continue off where I'm at. Which is like,
one thing that got me excited. Well, okay, what are you gonna say?
man, I'll continue off where I'm at on Titans, which is probably like at episode 5.
Me
or-
too. Me too. I'm right there.
Oh my god, you guys suck.
I'm sorry, but
Doom Patrol is better.
Doom
And you-
Patrol is the
and
most
it-
interesting show.
You know what
out
kind of
right
gets
now.
me upset about this is that you're the guys that were telling me like, oh, you need to watch Titans. It's so good.
I didn't say you need to watch Titans.
I didn't say it was so good. I just said
watched
check
Titans,
it
and I was like,
Both
this
y'all
is.
were all like, y'all need to watch it. And so I started watching it. I finished it. And then I haven't even finished it.
out. Well, I mean, some
that
of
was
some
for
of
me
us
'cause
work.
I was only limited to my phone, but now
We
I
work
have
at
it
the
on
same
my
place.
TV. But I watched Doom Patrol. And Doom Patrol is a way more better show than Titans.
I don't know about way more better, but
No, it's
a
way
little
more
bit
better.
No, honestly, from the first 2 episodes I've seen Doom Patrol, it's way better than Titans.
Oh, the first two suck.
If you've seen,
sorry to say it.
The
First
first
two-
episode was
First two
the best
suck.
stuff that I've seen.
I
in a long
I was
time.
losing interest in the first two, and I was just like, this is gonna be Titans all over again.
The second
then if you've
episode
seen
lost
last-
me.
the
season
last
3 and
two-
episode 3 and 4 of Titans.
they got
Doom
they
Patrol,
got my attention back.
That was like, okay.
You've had my curiosity. Now you
I
have
have
my
my
attention. Who was that from? Steven?
But
No, Matt. Steven, where's that from?
But
Steven, where's that quote from? Come
Where
on.
is it?
I know you love his movies, and I know you love this movie. You've had my curiosity. Now you've had my attention. I'll give you a hint. Jack.
Jack.
you don't know this? You literally saw it in theaters.
We saw it in theaters, Steven.
Oh my god. I'm gonna give myself. Tell me. Just tell
Django.
me.
Leo. Django. Candy. Leo from Django. Calvin Candy.
Unchained with Jamie Foxx.
Remember where he's fighting with the Mandangos, and he tells Jimmy Fox, "You've had my curiosity. Now you got my attention."
Oh, dude, I've only seen that movie once.
Oh, this fool's lying.
Once.
Django Unchained.
Yes.
He's seen it like at least 2 times.
Django Unchained. I've only seen that movie once.
Matthew, do you believe him?
I
I've
don't.
only seen that movie in theaters. How do you?
I own that movie.
I own that movie too, and I don't own that movie.
All right, so with
Anyway,
what's
I
his
wanna see
face
that movie
being the new
once.
Deathstroke, it's cool that they're introducing Deathstroke into Titans because he's
And
been in a villain to Titans in the comics, in the animated show. So he's gonna make a
Well-
impactful presence on the actual
Well,
live action show.
The other thing too is that he's been introduced in Arrow for the Arrow first
Which has been canceled.
season.
Arrow
It's not been canceled. It's just been
It's been canceled.
Technically, he's canceled.
anyways.
It sucks.
And then we saw him on we saw a glimpse of him on the big screen and
That's the only thing we're gonna see of him on the big screen.
in the and then now he's
Which is
gonna be
sad.
on and then now he's gonna be again on the small screen in Titans. So, and then in Teen Titans Go, that's like their main bad guy, right? 'Cause I know
Deathstroke, yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right, guys.
that's pretty much I got for.
Well, I got one last thing before we head off. We've gotten 2 trailers for this movie before. I hated those 2 trailers, but we got one recently, and it's kind of moved me a little bit.
It's gonna suck.
And that is Aladdin. Matt, have you seen the new trailer for that?
I've seen the new trailer and I actually enjoyed it.
It was honestly
Even
pretty
though
good.
I didn't
And-
like the animated movie.
I'm still not sold on Will Smith, but just the simple fact that they sang a whole new world. It got
Okay,
me.
and the thing of them singing that is
Oh my
it
God.
totally sounds the same as the original
Oh.
soundtrack.
Who cares?
Well,
It
you
does.
okay. Well, you're asking me. Apparently, you're bringing this up because you're gonna ask us how we think about it. You know how he feels about it. I think it's gonna suck.
No, but everybody
'Cause-
everybody keeps saying the same thing with Lion King. Oh, it's the same thing with the animated movie. Why do we need it? It's a good movie. Who cares if it's the same thing?
But why are you doing a live action movie with it,
I'm not bashing it on the
Oh.
fact that it's the same thing or whatever. I'm bashing it that it's not going to hold up. Look, one of my favorite movies, and tease me all you want about it. Another one of my animated favorite ones, and they made it into a live action, and I thought was real good live action, was Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, you're so gay.
The Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book was another one that was real good too.
Oh, this. Okay.
But these,
Okay.
these
Okay. No. Okay. Okay.
some
go,
of
go,
these
okay,
next
okay.
ones that are coming out, and especially Aladdin, and I'm on the same boat that I'm still not sold on Will Smith either.
Okay, fine. I get that.
But even the story itself, I'm not just sold on. Even though it's still based on the same thing, I'm just not sold on it. I just don't think it's gonna do good. The visuals on it look real terrible.
Will Smith
Y'all-
looks better.
y'all were-
than Genie
y'all-
in this
y'all-
last-
I'm not.
Y'all were talking about how the visuals look bad on Venom. This one looks even worse.
Well, the
No,
visuals
no,
were
the,
bad
the,
on
no. The
Venom.
visuals look pretty all right with Venom. This looks pretty bad, but what I'm trying to get at is that like, I remember you specifically told me. You told me. I don't know about these live action films. I'm not excited for them. I
I'm
get
not.
that. I
I'm
get
not.
that. But
Especially Dumbo.
it just seems like you're not excited about Dumbo
Well,
and Aladdin.
Dumbo, I'm not.
You've just said right now that you liked Beauty and the Beast. You've liked Jungle Book, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like Lion King. So what's the problem with these live
Well,
action films,
I'm
and
not-
why do you hate them?
I'm not gonna. I can't give much more on Lion King until I see another trailer for it. On how it's actually gonna really look.
Donald
because
Glover as Simba.
we
Come on now.
We only got and we didn't
Beyonce.
get. We didn't get no.
Beyonce
we
as
didn't get
Nala.
no voices.
How
James-
dare you?
James
That's the
Earl
Queen Bee.
Jones reprising his role as Mufasa.
Yeah, that's.
I cannot wait till this movie comes out and we prove you wrong.
Yeah,
We're gonna beat
if it
Steven.
proves me
We're
wrong-
gonna beat Steven.
If it proves me wrong, just like the way Venom proved y'all wrong.
Venom sucked ass.
Venom didn't prove nothing wrong.
Venom sucked ass.
No, he told me that he ended up liking some of the scenes from it more.
I like
more than what he saw on the trailer.
I like some of it, but most of it.
No, I specifically said that I liked the way Venom looked. The movie itself was not good.
But see, that's why I can't say the same thing about Aladdin. I wish I could say that the visuals look good. I wish I could say the genie looks good,
He looks
but he looks terrible, dude.
He
I'm
looks-
just sorry.
he looks
That's
horrible.
The only reason. Look,
You look, 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 look,
look,
look,
look.
No, 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 no,
No, look, because I even said the same thing because you mentioned Dumbo. Look, the visuals on Dumbo look amazing because I like how Tim Burton's doing that old sound. It's Tim Burton being Tim Burton, but
Too much CG.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how can he make? How can
Too
he
much,
make?
too much CG.
Get him.
What do you think Aladdin is?
Get 'em.
Come on. What do you think Aladdin is?
What do you think Jungle Book is?
Huh?
100% CG.
Got one human in there.
No. But,
But I heard that they use real life animals for the Lion King.
Anyways,
has that been confirmed?
no, I mean this one just looks super cheesy. I mean, there's so many things I just don't like about it.
Okay, look.
I look. I'm not trying to bash that these actors suck because I love Will Smith and a lot of other stuff. He was really good in I Am Legend. I loved him in the Bad Boys movies. I mean, just for comic relief.
He was good in that one movie.
Which one?
Which one?
That one movie.
That one movie. Pursuit of Happiness was good.
I guess.
It's probably because you never even seen it.
I seen it. Eddie showed me.
Anyways,
And he didn't cry.
not like the Terminator.
Terminator was the only movie that made me cry.
No, honestly, like, remember when those variety or whatever there's entertainment weekly.
Jafar is he just pisses me off.
Yeah,
so
Jafar
much.
sounds like a fucking vagina. Sorry,
Aladdin,
Aladdin.
get me this lamp from the cave.
Remember back when those ET photos came out, and ET, I mean Entertainment Weekly, and it showed Will Smith as a genie, but he was just him dressed in like Indian, whatever, and people were like, "Oh, this sucks. Why isn't he blue?" And they showed the trailer, and he was blue, and it sucked ass.
It's like even more.
And so this last trailer, they got him. We got a
We
deeper
got
look.
a full-on genie.
Yeah, we got a full-on genie. And yeah, the blue parts sucked, but the parts that he wasn't blue was probably the best things ever, as far as we've seen. So that's my argument. It's not like the blue part of it sucks, but when he's himself, he's playing it pretty good. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that it's the best thing in the world, but it's the best thing that we've seen so far, and it's not saying much at all.
No, that isn't really saying much. You're still not even changing my mind on
But
this.
everything else other than the genie and Jafar is good. It's awesome.
A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes. That's awesome. But with that being,
he even did. Hold on. He even did a little bit of. You've never met a friend like me. Kind of.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sucked. But I'm saying that was another song that was introduced in the trailer.
It's kind of hard to feel
Tim Robin.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I said Tim Robin.
Wow.
How dare you? Why do you hate
How
Mrs. Doubtfire?
dare you disrespect Robin Williams?
Actually, that was one of the.
Dude, Mrs. Doubtfire is the best film in the world.
But concluding this talk,
of news and shit.
And this episode 16, this has been a fun episode.
Because
Where
it's been
we-
confirmed that
It's been
fun.
it's
confirmed.
been confirmed that his audio equipment works, and
There
we
you
love
go.
it.
Rocks.
Guys, this has been episode 16, and if you don't know by now, we got new equipment, and we're gonna be having a big presence now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. So make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like, and burp. All of those comments, just please help us out so much. They see that we get the love, and they help us out a lot. So just make sure that you subscribe, like, share on like I said, Spotify. God damn it, these guys are burping so much. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and also subscribe to our YouTube
Also
channel.
YouTube, because we're still gonna film live, not live,
not
but
live.
like
Live at that now at the moment.
I mean live right now, but not live at the time you watch it. But we're still gonna film ourselves talking.
Yeah, so just make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share with your grandparents, your mom, your dad, your uncle.
Your dad's mistress, who knows?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Anyways.
Maybe your mom's mistress. I don't care. It's 2019. Maybe she,
Grandpa's mistress. I don't care.
Oh my god. Make sure
We're going to go that dark.
Thank you to Ernest and thank you to Christian for cutting with a smile for these koozies. Thank you to Sid and Frank for loving the game chat with Matt.
And shout out to Joey for him being a Ninja Turtle fan.
Yeah, Joey.
I hope he really likes Batman versus Ninja Turtles.
I'm pretty sure Joey's never listened to an episode of thank you to Texas Beer Co. for letting us feature their beers. We love your blonde and we love your amber. We cannot wait to.
Your beer,
yeah,
all of it.
it was pretty
It's good,
awesome.
delicious,
Smooth.
crisp. It's smooth.
If you want to check them out, they're at texasbeerco.com, and you could find them on all social media platforms as well as us. You can find us on Facebook.com/Geekin Drinking Podcast. You can also find us at Twitter, Instagram at Geekin_Drinking. So check that out, please, guys. We're gonna have some koozies. There goes another burp. We're gonna have some koozies available for you guys pretty soon, but they're not for sale. We're gonna give them out because we love you guys. But what you have to do is you have to comment. You have to like, not both of them, but either or.
Or both. It doesn't matter.
Comment. Just
comment, like, subscribe,
comment.
whatever.
Let us know that you're watching. Let us know that you're hearing. Let us know that you're there. We want and love all your support. This has been a great episode. I have had a lot of fun. We love these new mics. This is so cool. Hope you guys like it too. Steven, you have anything to say? Or pretty quiet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt.
Well, the camera shut off on us, so anyone who was watching from live video won't be able to see it.